Hey guys. Hey everyone. Welcome in. How's everyone doing? Happy Friday. It's Friday, right? Yes, it's Friday. Happy Friday. Hello. Hi Daniel. Welcome in. Hey Chase. Hey Music City Mom. Music City Mom. Do you have more information about that? I'd love to read about it. Hey everyone. Hey Red Eye. From where? Is that for everyone or Nora's grandma? Something my mic. Hang on. You guys got to tell me. Worse or better? Yes, no, maybe. Worst case, I can plug my mic, just use my computer mic for tonight and then figure it out after. Better. Chase says better. You guys think? Dang it. Hang on. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Let me just change the settings on here. Okay. Oh. All right. How's that? Is that better? Yes, no, maybe. You guys got to let me know if that sounds any better. Better. Sweet. Thank you. All right. Oh, man. Hey, Jeffrey. Hey, Lisa. Yeah. You guys can just tell me if it's better. I don't need to hear anything else. Ooh, the Menards Lumberyard. That's exciting. Thank you. Hey, Nora's grandma. Welcome in, guys. That's, you know, it probably is because my mom came in and was like, oh my God, your mic's so pretty. She jinxed it. I love you, Mom, but she totally jinxed it. Which would also be the last 20 minutes of my life as well. Hi, Wolfie. Love Ruby. All right, so I'm going to warn anyone watching that there's going to be a lot of updates tonight. But at the same time, I'm going to be talking to you guys a lot in chat. So if someone's coming to this live and is like upset if I'm either talking to people in chat or just chit-chatting in general, at the end of the live, I will put timestamps in where the updates for each case are, because we will be going over. Some of it has a lot, some of it has a little. Hey, MK. Hey, Kathy. Welcome in. But it's there's a lot going on. And there's been a lot released today in general. I was already planning on doing a live just because in the Maddie Kingsbury case, um, the person who was in jail for her death had court this week, 2 days, 2 full days this week. And I will say I was quite surprised that of some of the outcomes of it. So we're gonna go over it. Another thing that'll be a little bit different about tonight's live is it is gonna be a little bit more chit chatty in terms of I'm gonna be kind of just talking through it with you guys. Hey LFT, hi Pepper. Um, oh gosh, hang on. Oh, yeah, hang on. I'll bring that up. Oh my gosh. Whoever's in your profile picture is so cute. Music City Mom. Adorable. Hey, Lori. But we're also going to be because there's so much to go over, we are going to be reading through some news articles. I didn't do like an entire presentation like I usually do, but that's kind of just because I want to actually talk to you guys about a lot of it. So yes, like I said, the person that is in jail for the death of Maddie Kingsbury was in court this week. So I have some updates from that. We will touch on the Riley Strain, his body being found this morning in the Cumberland River. So, oh, you're welcome. Oh, Shay, you don't have to do that. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Shay just gifted 10 memberships. That's so nice of you, Shay. Thank you. I appreciate that. And also, guys, if you guys would like a membership of any kind, oh, Lisa, thank you. Dang. I'm not used to it, but with my memberships, if you guys either buy one yourself or are gifted one, all of the money from my memberships will go towards YouTube stuff, so StreamYard, Canva, stuff like that, and then any additional we will donate to a cause of the chat's choice. We haven't really made it to that point other than with the Susan Cox Powell Foundation we did do, but hi Linda, you made it. Hey Linda, you'll never guess where I was today. Again. But thank you guys. Thank you. It really does mean a lot to me. So thank you. I appreciate that. I only have one emoji right now, but maybe with those 15 gifted memberships, I'll be able to make more. Hi, Will. It's good to see you. All right. So what else? Riley Strain. I am going to go over Caleb Harris, who is missing out of Corpus Christi, Texas, from Texas A&M. I'll give you guys kind of the timeline of that as well. Let's see what else we have. I don't know if on my stream I have shown the sketch for the individual who killed Rachel Morin that is still out there. Oh, Lori, thank you. Oh, you guys stop. Thank you so much. You guys don't have to do that. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Lori, for gifting 5 memberships, and we'll be you too. Thank you. That's so sweet. One of those things where it doesn't happen a ton. So for me, I'm just like, I still get very uncomfortable when it happens. Hey, Punk Cat. I'm like, I obviously say thank you, but then I'm also like, oh, Music City. Oh my God, you guys. Oh, thank you so much. Music City Mom, thank you. Oh, now I do have to do a members live. You're right, Thistle. Hunt and Haley, it's so good to see you. Thank you. Sending you love right back. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, maybe this month it will be able to have some alive and be able to donate something. I'm putting the good vibes into the universe. So like I was saying, I don't think I would love to do that, Shay. Maybe we'll do that and then donate on the next one. But thank you. Welcome everyone that's now a member. Welcome. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. Um, I've never shown the individual who killed Rachel Morin. Well, that the police say did. That since that sketch has come out, Tia and LFT over in the Decipher podcast have been covering that extensively. But I just wanted to make sure that it was shown on my channel as well. Hi, Lori. It's so good to see you. Just to make sure that it's all there. Hey, sexy claws. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Sweet and Sleuthy. So good to see you. Oh, MK, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Welcome to everyone. You guys are so nice. You don't have to do that, really. But thank you. I can't wait. Now you guys have to start thinking of where you guys want to donate the additional money to. I'm so happy to see you. Let us see. Oh, I know, Chase, but I would be in so much trouble if I could send gifts on here. Hi, T. I didn't see you, but hi, if you're here. So yes, I'm gonna show that one, and then like I said, Tia and LFT, their channel is linked down below, as well as a lot of my other friends here on YouTube. And then periodically, if we do bring up anyone else's channel during the live, my mods can drop their links as well. Because there's no gatekeeping around here. Please go watch everyone. Everyone has their own take on all the information. And then last, but definitely not least, which I do think is going to be the hardest part of tonight, we will be watching all of the videos, and MK, thank you so much. All of the videos released today, in regards to, oh, Red Eye, thank you. Thank you so much. All of the videos released today in the Ruby Frankie Jodi Hildebrandt case. Now, that one is going to be difficult and not in a well, Nora's grandma, I just sent you all those commands. Is join on there? Because I don't know if I put it on there. I have no idea. Just because it's not something that I push out there as much. Yeah. So the video footage, it's a lot of the police body cam. It's the first interviews. There's also some recorded phone calls, and I know, right, MK? Recorded phone calls between Ruby and Kevin Frankie, which I found very interesting. That kind of just reinforces it should be, but I think it's only my mods. I'm not sure. Hang on. I don't know what it would have been. You know, I make them and then I don't even know if it works half the time, so we'll see. It might not be. Is that one Nora's grandma? We're all working. I think you can set it, Shay, to like only mods or anyone in chat or something like that. But none of it's showing up because that's how my whole life has been today. But worst case, all the links will be down below. It is one? Okay, then it might not be working. I have no idea. This is what happens when you go live once every 2 weeks. I'm sure I could turn it on. Maybe I'll look into it once I start playing some videos, but we will. Yeah. Oh, Sweet and Sleuthy, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you. Or maybe maybe Nightbot is just sleeping. But like I said, the Ruby Frankie, Jodi Hildebrandt stuff, there's also going to be some that I'm still contemplating on whether or not I want to end up sharing with you guys. I mean, I have them shared down below, like in my description box. You can go watch them. In regards to her son, and there's video of him showing up at the neighbor's house. His face is blurred, but you can definitely see his body and kind of how they're going about things. I haven't decided exactly if I'm going to play that or just link it. Hey, Sleuth Mom. Um, and then also when they find the younger daughter as well in the what's it called? The dungeon type thing. We went through the entire, I think it was what, 2 lives ago, 3 lives ago? Yes, guys, thank you so much. Um, we went through Jodi Hildebrandt's entire house tour on Zillow, a few lives back, so you guys can kind of see the entirety of everything. When it comes to all of her hidden spaces under the garage, the gun safe, and stuff like that, or the safe that was turned into some type of room and everything. I don't know, but we went through all that, so you kind of see the officers getting the young girl from there. So once again, that's another one. There's also an article that I had found today that I'm not going to be able to share, but I do have it linked. And in the link in the description, it does say trigger warning. And because the link does have graphic images of the children up close after they were taken to the hospital, it shows you literally, their shoulder blades popping out of their back and the tape around their wrists and ankles, right, MK? And everything like that. So it's very disturbing. So please, viewer discretion is advised if you do take that link that's in the description. And like I said, it does say trigger warning right before the link. But pretty much anything in that case is going to be a trigger warning. So, but that's just an extra trigger warning. So where do you guys want to begin? Do you guys have a preference on which case you guys want me to cover first? Hi, Merp. I saw something today, Merp, when I went to Target, that reminded me of you, and I go, "Oh, that looks like Merp." And my mom's like, "Does it?" I'm like, "Yeah." Also, Linda, I know you said I probably have my own parking spot there. You have no idea. Yes, 2 days ago, I walked in to Target, and the Starbucks people saw me walking in and had my drink ready when I walked in. Yeah. Um, yeah, sure, we can do that. Let me. So I have just kind of thrown a handful of things up, and Linda, if you ask them if they know me, they'll say yes. Anyone that works at the Target Starbucks. I quite love it. No, they only know me though because I go there either every day or every other day because it's not that far from me. Okay. So, like I said, tonight's going to be kind of a mismatch of everything. I have I just have a picture here. Oh, where did it go? Riley. How many of you guys have been following Riley's case? Riley was with his fraternity in Nashville for a conference. Today was actually, I think, 2 weeks exactly from when he went missing. He was kicked out of the bar in Luke Bryan's namesake bar, in downtown Nashville. Oh, do you, Music City Mom? Hey, Smokey P. I know. Hey, in the bushes. So I have not covered Riley's case, but I have been following it. Um, I have been watching the Pascal show and Ichabod and everyone. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Oh yeah, that's true. North grandma. But I've been following it very intensely. So he had gone missing. It was kind of heavily thought that he was in the water, but obviously you never want to go there until it's proven. But unfortunately, this morning his body was found in the Cumberland River. Now, when I was watching Ickadmell this morning, it was quite a far distance. Like he had traveled quite a distance in in the river, which is crazy. I mean, I guess it's not crazy, but to me, I'm just like, I don't know. Yes. Yep. 8 miles. That's crazy. Um, so I just kind of wanted to touch on that because I know it's been a big topic in the true crime community. Yeah. Sweet and sleuthy. Yeah. There were a lot of rumors. Yeah. Um, but I wanted to obviously send my condolences to Riley's family, anyone who was following this case, and just Riley in general. I did grab, let me just see, I waited until, where did it want to go? One of the last, here we go. One of the newest articles that was put out. Yeah, I saw that. That's true, Rainbow Mom. They did find 2 other bodies in the process of looking for Riley. So that'll give closure to hopefully 2 more families. Um, so I believe they had said that, hey Cooter G, by the way. Hi Seal. Yes, Sleuth Mom, that was just what I was gonna say. The only other thing that I've heard was, number 1, they had said that both his phone and watch had stopped transmitting at the exact same time. And then, that when his body was actually found, his watch was on and also his shirt was on, which, hey, MJ, it's good to see you. So, the rumors going around that potentially one of the homeless men had found his shirt or was wearing his shirt was not actually accurate, which I found very interesting because that was one of the ones where I was like, that is weird. Um, hey Pamela, good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. So let me grab, I'm just gonna kind of read over the article just so we can have the latest information on it. His family did do a private press conference. Hi Avery. So I'm just gonna kind of read through this. The video makes me cry, so I really don't want to watch the video. But I will have it linked down below after the live. So this just says, hug your babies tight. Family expresses gratitude hours after recovery of Riley Strain's body in Nashville. The family of Riley Strain and others gathered at the Metro Nashville Police Department headquarters Friday evening to express their gratitude after the 22-year-old's body was recovered from the Cumberland River on Friday. Yeah, it broke my heart too. Strain's father, Ryan Gilbert, began a press conference with a word of thanks to those involved in the search. And those of you that helped us keep Riley's face in front of the cameras, you've helped us get some closure here and let us take our boy home. I got a lot of people to thank, and I'm sure I'll forget somebody. You won't be forgotten. I'll remember you. The whole family will remember you, he said. Next, stepfather Chris, I don't know how to say his last name, and I don't want to get it wrong, spoke and echoed the message of gratitude. To the people in Nashville, I can't thank you enough for the support, the love, the encouragement that you've shown myself and my wife, and Ryan and Millie. You don't understand how much that meant to us in some of the darkest hours, the hugs, the prayers, the offers. I can't say it enough. Thank you, he said. Lastly, his mother, Michelle, spoke and implored all of the mothers out in the world to hug their babies tight. I hope so, MJ. I hope so. I just want to reiterate how thankful we are for everyone and how much we appreciate everyone's support and love and prayers because we feel them. We felt every one of them, every single one. I just ask that you mamas out there hug your babies tight tonight. Please, please for me to hug your babies tight tonight. And again, thank you for sharing our story, she said. Once again, it just kind of goes over where he was found, and then also just states that they do not suspect foul play in his disappearance nor his death. So um, that was the unfortunate update. But I am glad that the family was able to get some type of closure in that. Um, one thing that I didn't have in the title, but Melissa being in chat reminded me, is we did get a big update. So if you guys weren't here, it was last week. God, everything. I was on. Melissa was very gracious to ask me to be on her channel. Please, guys, go subscribe to Melissa Jade. I'm sure you guys already are all subscribed. But she's great. I've really enjoyed getting to know her this last week and a half. And she invited me on her channel to talk about all of the conspiracies of the Kate Middleton and Where's Kate, Princess Catherine, everything like that. And we actually got an answer today. Yeah, she is Wolfie. She's great. And it was announced that Princess Catherine, Kate Middleton, she did go and have that planned abdominal surgery. Now they were taking something out that they had believed was not cancerous, and then once it was out, they tested it and it did turn out to be cancerous. So she is now going through chemo. So Princess Catherine, who had been missing, there was a lot of the Photoshop and stuff like that going around of what the hell is going on, which I still to this day I'm like, just tell us that there's something personal going on. And yeah, I think so too, Wolfie. That she wasn't moving either. She moves her hands, but that's it. But that why put out all these fake pictures? Like, I believe 100% that she has cancer and she's going through chemo, and that's the answer to everything. And not that anyone's going to take my advice, but next time just say, like, hey, family's going through a personal time. When they're ready to speak, they'll come out. Yeah, there would have been a ton of stuff that still went on, but I just think it added so much to it by the way that they tried to cover it up, if that makes sense. So, but yes, so prayers to Princess Kate. I'm glad she is alive. I'm glad she is healing. Hey, Ramblin'. Yeah, exactly, Lori. Exactly. They need a new PR person because that person was, yeah. See, but even at that time, K-Bray is like, I feel like you could still just say, like, we're going through a personal time right now. And yeah, exactly, Aaron. I mean, because now the kids get to go look and see for the last, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it's been, that it's been going crazy. Like, all the conspiracy theories around it versus just being like, oh, they said this. So, I don't know. But if you guys didn't go watch that live, please head over to Melissa's channel after this live, please. Which I will have it linked down below if Nightbot was working. Oh, Nora's grandma, you're totally getting a raise. Thank you. Nora's grandma went and grabbed that herself, guys, because my Nightbot is not working. So please, round of applause. But she just dropped Melissa Jade's link, so please go watch that because it was great. Yes, Sweet and Sleuthy. It added way too much speculation. Yeah? Yeah, Lori, I agree. All right, so we've done Riley and Kate. I'm going to jump into, I'm going to show you guys quick the sketch for Rachel Morin. So if you guys don't remember, this is a case that Tia and LFT over in the Decipher podcast have been covering extensively, doing a great job. It is local to them. They're very good friends of mine, and they're great. But Rachel Morin was killed on the Ma Pa Trail in Bel Air, Maryland. And um, if you guys didn't, Deets had a live stream, and this community did a really, really great thing for the individual who had unfortunately found Rachel's body. Um, and it was one of those times where I was very, very grateful to be a part of this community. And the people, hey, Neat Noodle, that are that were a part of it and everything. So thank you from me. I know TNLFT are gonna do their own thank yous and appreciating of everyone. But I just wanted to like say that on my own, just because me being close to TNLFT has brought me closer to this case and everything. And for me, I just want to say thank you because I know you guys are making a difference. Um, but Rachel's killer is still out there. If you guys remember, the DNA from Rachel's case matched a case in Los Angeles, California of an assault, and they finally released a sketch. So I just want to make sure that here on my channel, you guys have the ability to see the sketch. If you know anyone that resembles this sketch or anything, please send it over to law enforcement. I know that uh, it is very appreciated, but these were the sketches of the individual who killed Rachel Morin. I know, sweet and sleuthy, I know. There's so many questions in that case, and I still don't get it. Yes, the guy that was on the ring camera footage. Yep. Yeah. So I'm just gonna leave it up here for a few seconds and read through chat just so I can make sure it's getting the airtime. So anyone that could possibly see it. Now I want you guys to remember that his DNA was found in both Los Angeles and in Maryland. So that's across the country. So he could be anywhere. Yes, thank you, Nora's grandma. She just dropped Decipher's link, so please go follow them over there. Um, they're great. Right, MK? I don't know. It is interesting, huh? You'd think, though, with having such a unique haircut, that it'd be easier to figure out who he was. Um, yeah, but other than that, yes, you are, Wolfie. You're the bestest. Why are you asking me that, Wolfie? That's true, Shay. That is true. And when did this happen? This would have happened August of last year? Hey, Cray Cray. Yeah, that's true. But oh, gotcha. That's yeah. All right. So once again, guys, if you please reach out to the Bel Air, Maryland Police Department if you have seen this man who is said to be responsible in the death of Rachel Morin. So, hey, Glowbog, welcome in. All right. Next, let's cover Caleb's case. Actually, let me grab. I'm gonna grab what Music City Mom just sent me if everything wants to load, and I'll bring that up quick. All right, downloaded, open. All right. Okay, so this is what Music City Mom was putting in the chat. This is James Ray. Right? For Rachel Morin, Sweet and Sleuthy. Yeah. Little, I think. No, between 5'10" and 6 foot, maybe. I think, if that's correct. TNLFT, if one of you guys are listening, just let me know. You don't have to write it in chat. I can just look it up after. 5'9". Dang. Okay. Hi, NorCal Jim. It's good to see you. K-Braze, you are super tall. You're taller than me. Ooh, that sounds cool, Ramblin' Rome. That sounds awesome. All right, so this is James Ray. This is who Music City Mom was asking me about. So I just want to make sure that his face can also be put out there with everyone else. Hi, Tony. And it says he is age 38, brown hair, hazel green eyes. He's 5'7", 165 pounds. Looks like he's got a pretty full beard. It says the Perry County Sheriff's Office is attempting to locate a missing 38-year-old male. James Ray was last seen around 11 a.m. on Tuesday, February 6, 2024, near Fat Man's Market in Linden, Tennessee. His car reportedly struck a guardrail and he was picked up by a passerby and given a ride to the gas station. He appeared dazed and confused in a security video as he walked away from the station and entered the woods. His personal belongings were left in the abandoned vehicle, including his glasses that he desperately needs. He was wearing a black and brown hat, a black shirt underneath that has his company logo on the back, a dark gray pullover, blue jeans, and Puma black tennis shoes. He has flame tattoos on his forearms. If you have any information on his whereabouts, contact the Perry County Sheriff's Office at 931-589-3911. So that's for a missing person, James Ray, out of Linden, Tennessee. No, it wasn't, but I will. Thank you, Rainbow Mom. Oh gosh. Okay. Impressive, K-Berries. Impressive. You're welcome. Absolutely. Anything I can do to help. That's what I'm here for. That's what my channel's here for, is to try and help. So once again, I'll leave that up for just another second here. I haven't. This is my first time hearing about it too, but Music City Mom was able to get it to me, so I'm able to bring it up. I'm not exactly sure either, but I'll be keeping an eye on it too, and I'm gonna. Hey Shay, you're really good at this. Can you see if there's a Facebook group for it? Hey Niche, so good to see you. Let me know. Okay. So once again, guys, this is James Ray out of Linden, Tennessee, missing since February 6th. So please keep an eye out. Thank you. All right. So the next one we're going to get into is something that I've been talking to Shay about over like the last week or two. And I'm not doing a deep dive on it yet, but we are going to kind of go over it. So this is Caleb Harris. He is missing out of Corpus Christi in Texas, from Texas A&M. And the story surrounding his disappearance is a little confusing and interesting. I am going to be reading a news article that kind of goes over the timeline of everything in regards to Caleb's case. But this is the missing persons poster that was posted for him. So I will read over this while we go through it. So, this is Caleb Harris. He is age 21, brown hair, brown eyes. He's 5'11", 180 pounds. And it says the Corpus Christi Police Department is requesting the public's assistance in locating 21-year-old male Caleb Harris. According to a Snapchat ping, Caleb was last seen at approximately 2:45 a.m. on Monday, March 4th, 2024, near his apartment complex, The Cottages, in the 1900 block of Enos Jocelyn Road, near the campus of Texas A&M University Corpus Christi in Corpus Christi, Texas, after letting his dog out. Hi, K-Bird. It's so good to see you. Welcome in. He is adorable. Caleb left behind his vehicle, keys, wallet, and ID. Caleb was wearing teal pants and a white shirt. Caleb's phone last pinged at 3 a.m. If you have any information regarding the whereabouts of Caleb Harris, please contact the Corpus Christi Police Department at 361-886-2840. No, that's okay, Shay. That's perfect. Thank you. That was kind of what I was hoping for. Anyways, I can add it to the description after the live as well. So, okay, so now I'm going to bring up the article just so we can get a little bit more of information regarding his disappearance. Let me see. Here we go. It wants to bring it up. Here we go. All right. So this here was posted March 21st, 2024. Is that today? No, it's yesterday. Okay. Hang on, I gotta. Oh, perfect. That'd be great. Gotta make this a little smaller so I can see your guys' chat while I do this. Thank you, Lori. That's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Aaron, have you heard anything about this? And how do I say that? Braunfels? New Braunfels? Is that right? That does not sound right. New Braunfels. Am I saying that right? All right. Let's read. This was update Braunfels. Braunfels. Okay. Thank you, Aaron. Once again, guys, here's a picture of Caleb. Awesome. Yeah. So it says it has been nearly 3 weeks since the new Braunfels resident and college student Caleb Harris vanished from Corpus Christi. Authorities are now taking a new direction in the search for the missing 21-year-old man, expanding their efforts into San Antonio. Yeah. Wait till you get up here, Shay. The cities in Minnesota don't sound like they're spelt, so. All right. So it says, when did Caleb Harris go missing? Harris, a Texas A&M University Corpus Christi student, was last seen in the early mornings of March 4th near his apartment in the 1900 block of Ennis Jocelyn Road. His family reported him missing after his roommates were unable to locate him the next day. I love ads. Thank you. He is described as 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighing 180 pounds. He has brown hair and brown eyes. Really? I think he might be from New Braunfels, but he's going to school and living in Corpus Christi. Really, Sleuth Mom? Yeah. I love Locomi. Hi, Inspector Gadget. It's good to see you. Search for Caleb Harris in Corpus Christi. So on March 6th, Corpus Christi PD originally issued a search party for Harris, where he was last spotted in the Ennis Jocelyn area. The unsuccessful search turned police efforts into establishing a timeline for Harris in the hours and days before his vanishing. Okay, sweet. Thanks, K-Bird. Investigators went on to canvass the over 30 empty apartments at Harris's complex, door knocking for possible witnesses and surveillance video. Harris's roommates, friends, family, and acquaintances were also cleared as possible people of interest in the case. With few leads, a team was established in the search for Harris. The police department's Criminal Investigation Division and Organized Crime Unit, the FBI, the United States Marshal Service, and several civilian crime analysts are working to locate Harris, according to a news release. Yes, Shay is correct, guys. Please, if you live in the area or know people that live in the area, have them check their Ring cameras and everything like that, because we do find out that he was last seen letting his dog out. His dog made it back to the apartment. He did not. So, on March 15th, investigators met with the Texas Rangers for advice moving forward in the investigation. The Corpus Christi Police Department issued a statement reassuring the public that they are continually searching for Harris despite their lack of updates. Investigators are still speaking with potential witnesses in Corpus Christi. The Corpus Christi Police Department has also traveled to both San Antonio and New Braunfels to conduct interviews. Yeah. Hi, Tia. As of Wednesday, March 20th, neither a motive nor a person of interest has been identified in Harris's disappearance, according to the release. Police ask anyone with any information that may assist investigators or know Harris's whereabouts to please call the Corpus Christi Police Department directly at 361-886-2840 or 361-886-2600. Once again, guys, if you're in the area or even in the general vicinity, check your Ring doorbells, see if there's anyone. He was last seen wearing teal pants, so that would be somewhat noticeable. So it says, family plea for information reward announced. In an effort to locate their son safely, Harris's family has announced a reward for any information leading to a safe return. The family is offering $25,000 for the locating information that must be submitted by Sunday, March 31st. So in other words, they're trying to make sure. Oh, sweet, Lori. Thank you so much. Once again, anyone who has information is asked to call 361-826-2950. Last seen March 4th. Then, like I said, there is the new. Yeah, Sleuth Mom, I'm wondering if they have some type of feeling as to potentially someone involved or something where they're doing it because they think there's a high probability that someone could come forward. Yeah, so they're trying to be like, hey, you can get $25,000, but you have to do it in this time frame. If that makes sense. And that's pretty much the gist of it. Like I said, though, there's a lot of interesting things. I'm not going to get into the conspiracy theories in regards to this case. I think quick info to find him. I think if this case continues, I will obviously share more with you guys. If more information is given out, I will possibly do a deep dive where it's live just on Caleb Harris. But once again, guys, there's this photo. Age 21. He was last seen wearing teal pants and a white shirt. Yeah, he was barefoot too, guys. So barefooted, just letting his dog out at like 3 a.m. Yes. Tio, we touched on that too, and I made sure that we showed Rachel Morin's suspect sketch as well, just because I don't know if I'd ever shared it on my channel. And then we posted your guys' link in here as well for any more Rachel Morin coverage. So, yeah, K-Braze, but there was one thing actually that you bring that up that really had me being like, oh, okay. So there was, can you show that TikTok I sent you with this friend or family interview? Did you send it on TikTok or in Messenger, Shay? Which one? Because yeah, I'll bring it up. But one thing that I found really interesting, K-Bray said, it always hurts when the family feels that they have to come up with money for people to be able to give information about a loved one. Yeah. If you just tell me where it is, Shay, I can go grab it. But is in the Riley Strain case, was it his dad or stepdad? It could have been the family friend as well. But one of them had said something along the lines of, we're putting this out there, the reward, and we're not asking any questions and we're not judging you if you need money to be able to give out information. And one of the things that they had said was, you never know if the person is risking their life by telling you this information and need the money to get out of town. And that was something that it was like obvious almost, but at the same time I was like, damn, I never even thought of that. Or it is information that they're giving over that could be potentially lethal. So, I don't know. Stay in 4 people or more when they go shopping. Yeah. Cray cray, don't even get me started about hair. Yeah. Sleuth mom, and that was something where it's like we've been hearing all this time about rewards and this and that. And it was one of those things where I was always like, I get it, that does get people to come forward. But at the same time, I was like, okay, sure. Um, Cray cray, that was in a good way, by the way. My hair is everywhere. Ask my mom. She gets so mad. So does Abby, my best friend Abby. Ooh, she keeps finding it in Bo's diapers, and I haven't even been there. So somehow he's rolling around, or when she's changing him on the ground, my hair's there, and I have not even been there in like over a week. So I feel ya. Yeah, mom, if you're listening, Norkel Jim says hi, just like he did on the other day. Um, ugh, mine just does because I have so much hair. I have long, thick hair. Okay, thanks, Shay. I'll grab it. But yeah, it was one of those things. Ooh, okay. It was just one of those things that it really got me thinking because I was like, oh damn, I never even thought of that before. Um, hang on, let me grab that. Sexy Wild Thing McLovin freaking Papa Elvis Claus says Quentin Simon's first hearing date for his case is March 26th at 9 a.m. I will be there. Finally, the journey for his justice begins. Absolutely. Thank you for going. That's awesome. I can't wait to see the justice for him. I'm trying. I'm trying. Oh, yeah, I didn't see it. Sorry, Shay. Hang on. Let me grab it. I'm just grabbing it if you guys are. Was it the News Nation one, Shay? Oh, ooh, North's grandma. It's not. See, and it's to the point where I try not even to wash my hair over at Abby's house anymore. Because obviously it comes out when after I wash my hair a lot more than normal. Oh, God, Wolfie, I do not. Yeah. There's that one, and the Facebook post I shared with you had one too. Okay. Um, Let me. The one of his parents, Shay. Thanks, Chase. Thanks for stopping by. I'll grab that one quick. We'll watch the News Nation just so I don't have you guys just waiting here. And it'll start before I'm ready for it to start, even if I hit pause. And then I'll share the screen with you guys. Damn, she looks beautiful. Hang on. It's not Ashley, unfortunately, Wolfie. It's not Beige Field this time. Oh, because of course it wants to play on its own. All right. She looks beautiful, doesn't she? Whew. All right, here we go. Let me make sure it's turned up.
Texas A&M University student has now entered its third week. The father of Caleb Harris pleading for the public's help to find his 21-year-old son. The university community and local authorities continue to search areas around the Corpus Christi campus. Caleb was last seen March 4th, just before 3 a.m., while walking his dog at his off-campus apartment complex. Now, the dog made it back home, but Caleb never did. Police say he took his phone, but about 15 minutes later, it was turned off or ran out of battery, and Caleb seemingly vanished. So Caleb's father, Randy Harris, joins me live. Randy, thank you so much for giving me some of your valuable time.
Sorry, guys, if it takes me a second to talk again after I pause it because I have to go between screens. But hi, Jennifer. It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Where the apartments was okay. That's awesome, Shay. Thank you. Hey, Art of Deduction to Crime. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. So I'm pausing for fair use for number one. But also, just to tell you guys, once again, guys, this is about Caleb Harris in Corpus Christi, Texas. So I'm just telling you guys that on here. That's good that you guys finally got the notifications. All right, let's keep watching.
And first, what is the latest on the search for your son?
Just intensifying, working with the authorities, police. They're doing everything they possibly can and getting additional help. And we got a lot of volunteers out searching as well in different areas as we're beginning to get some leads. So far, nothing's panned out. People sometimes they think they may have seen him or something like that, so they're out checking those leads out as they come in. But right now, we still don't really have anything solid that we can go look at yet.
Yeah, and Randy, kind of walk us through what you know about his disappearance. When he was last seen, we know he was walking his dog apparently, but then the dog somehow came home and Caleb didn't.
Yes, they had gotten a new dog that evening, and so they were out. There's several videos of them playing with the dog and ring camera videos of them playing with the dog. He then took the dog out again at 2:44, Snapchatted my daughter a video, and then about 2:58, his phone just went offline, whether it was turned off or ran out of battery. And he was planning for the next day, planning his lunch, waiting for Uber Eats to drop off, Lunchables, apple pie, and a Red Bull, and that was normal. Everything he did.
Okay. I'm just going to close some things. My computer's starting to hate me because I have all of my videos up and ready to go for the Ruby Frankie stuff, and they're all crazy. So let me see. Yes. Is it?
Hi.
Ah! Well, I can't bring up my text messages. Is it gonna let me save the video? Let's see. Quick look. Sweet.
Hi, I'm Ellie.
Hang
a
on.
friend of-
After this one, then we can watch that one. Thank you, Shay. All right. I'm gonna mute again. We'll listen to a little bit more details from Caleb's dad.
Up to this point was 100% normal. He was a very scheduled, individual, and was texting me fishing lures earlier in the evening of what he was planning on going fishing the next day, and what he, we do that a lot, and everything was looking good. Good grades, good, just everything. There's no indication of anything like he would be leaving or anything like that. He left his wallet, his keys. We're 100% sure he was barefooted even.
Yeah. So Randy, I know this entire situation has to seem surreal for you. No parent ever thinks they're going to be in this situation. Is there something that stands out as being the most odd to you? I mean, if he was barefoot, if he left his wallet, I mean, if he was making plans for the next day, is there something that just doesn't seem to be adding up? Does all of it not add up?
Really, all of it doesn't happen. I mean, he's just, we just don't know. when you have a kid that's planning, so much, signing his apartment, doing, getting ready for a work and working in Alaska, in King Salmon, Alaska this summer. Just, friends, family, just is a very scheduled person, goes to school, comes home, grabs his fishing stuff with his roommates, and they're out on the water fishing,
Yeah.
and that's what they do. And then, he's a homeboy. He likes to be, in the apartment with his roommates, with friends, playing a video games. The typical college kid.
Right.
He does really seem like the type of person that wouldn't obviously just walk away. And I know we can say that a lot about a lot of people. But yeah, what do you mean, Rainbow Mom? About the apartment complex? Yeah, I mean, it is. It's so odd to me, but you'd have to think now. This is something that I don't know if it is just me, but there's obviously a bunch of options of, foul play, accident, self-harm. Okay? Those are going to be like the three things that are the possibilities here. So when we look at this, you automatically are going to think that even if someone is going to self-harm or something like that, they're not going to leave their dog to fend for themselves. That is something, yeah, or ran away. Exactly. So that's the big thing for me, is that he disappeared to the point where his dog came back home on its own, which makes me, my initial, not only has he not come back, but um just the fact that luckily the dog made it back to the apartments without him. But no matter what, the way that we love our animals and our dogs and any animal really, you're not going to leave it out there to fend for itself, even if you're potentially choosing to do something, if that makes sense. I don't think he did either, Cray Cray. New dog, just signed the lease. Think he brought the dog back and headed back out. Oh, really? Okay. Snapchatting his sister as he is walking barefoot outside of the apartment complex. No, supposedly they didn't say, "Hey, that blind chick, welcome in." They had said something like the dog had made it back safely. Got a brand new dog. How did the dog? Well, dogs are very intuitive. There have been dogs that have made it hundreds of miles to find their way back home, which I don't understand. But yes, K-Bird, that's kind of the way I'm doing too. That's kind of where I lean as well. Okay, let's keep watching a little bit more of this here.
So Randy, kind of just, you've told us who Caleb is. You kind of described his personality. Is he the kind of kid, because somebody may say, well, maybe he just left, but is he the kind of kid that would just leave like this and not tell anyone anything and not take his wallet and
No,
turn off his phone?
not at all. Not at all. I mean, he very rarely, went anywhere other than to come home. His focus was there, and focus is, fishing. And we know where he goes fishing. I've always been able to track his phone. So, and I'll check on him to make sure. We had just bought him a VHF radio, so he always had that attached to his shoulder, and just a very, having his first aid kits and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I know this is such a difficult situation, and one again that no parent ever thinks they will be in. How have you and your family kind of been coping these past 3 weeks?
Well, we rely on our faith, and God's got a plan. We know that, and our hope is that not only we get Caleb back, but God will be glorified in a miraculous way through this. And we have to depend on our faith and our family and the just a sheer incredible amount of people that have helped us. The volunteers that are out there still today doing different searches all over Corpus Christi. And the big thing that we're really focused on too is anybody in the Corpus Christi area that may have a Ring camera, go back and check the timeline from 2:30 to 3:30 or 2:30 to 4, your timeline in the morning, because there's Ring cameras everywhere.
Absolutely.
And so that we're really encouraging everybody to search the Ring cameras again and see if they can see anything.
Randy, my last question for you. I mean, there is likely someone who knows something about your son's disappearance. What is your message to that person and to those people?
Once again, guys, I just want to reiterate what they just said, what we were saying earlier. But please, please, if you're in the area, in the surrounding area, check your Ring cameras. Anything that could potentially record something, please check it just to make sure that you did not catch Caleb on it. That could give this family some answers. So I think, yes, they said it in here, K-Brace. They're asking for anything between, 2:30 and 4? Yeah, absolutely. Princess Megan Elsa, absolutely. Right. Let's finish off this video, and then I'll share with you guys the video that Shay had sent me from TikTok. All right.
People.
Please say something. If you see something, say something. Call 911. They're standing by. They will address every 911 call coming in directed towards Caleb, and they'll immediately dispatch, and they will follow up on it. So we're just asking, pleading, if anybody knows anything, please reach out to the police, call 911, and let's get Caleb home.
Absolutely. Randy Harris, father of Caleb Harris, thank you so much for your time. And we certainly hope Caleb comes home soon and safe and okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching.
At least we no longer get those jump scares. Oh, tried not to. Didn't receive his DoorDash order, correct? It was found out front. Caleb, okay. Left his apartment again to wait outside for his order, according to his dad. Okay. So they're kind of changing the storyline again, which is another thing that really makes me question everything. Is first saying he went on the walk, the dog came home on its own. Now the storyline seems to have changed to he walked the dog, brought the dog back home, the dog was safely inside, he orders food, and then goes outside to wait for his order. Is that kind of the gist of where we're at right now? Waiting on his DoorDash, yeah. Okay, sweet. Left at the door, considered successful delivery according to DoorDash and the driver. So the last we need is another DoorDash driver. Oof. Okay. Well, right. And I mean, I suppose if they're, I don't know, because if he's Snapchatting his sister, you'd assume that they would have already, hey, Allie, good to see you. You would assume that they already would have that into the timeline. So why would the initial timeline already be out there? That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, right, Shay? That's my point exactly. So the last thing we need is another food delivery driver. All right, let me see if this is going to work out for us. Okay. So it's still bringing it up as my messages, but it's a separate thing. So I'm hoping we're good. Just kidding. Don't look. Don't look. Oh, wait. You guys can't see that, can you? It only popped up on mine. Okay. That shit stresses me the hell out. Could you guys only see the video? No, that was not me. That was the TikTok. But I swear my messages popped up with it. No, not the video. The video was supposed to pop up. But when it popped up on my screen, it showed all of my text messages behind it because Shay had texted it to me. So, oh, Jesus, you guys. I just had a mini panic attack. Not that I was saying anything bad. Yes, it should have just been a video of the little girl. So if I do it again. I know. Now I'm like, ah, shit. Okay, so Shay, you're saying you only saw the one thing? Oh, gosh. Just a pic of a kid, okay. Okay. You guys can just see that. Correct? Okay. I don't think I've had a panic attack. Like I said, there's nothing in my text messages. It just had everyone's names, but it was like, oh, okay, Aaron. I'd FaceTime you and show it to you. All right. Now I just got to find it. There we go. All right. Let me make sure you guys can hear it.
Caleb Harris has gone missing, and
Can you
I
guys
wanted
hear
to
it?
bring to your attention some details about the night he was last seen. I've known Caleb since we were in middle school. We attended middle school and high school together, and we're both students here at
Can you guys
Texas
hear it?
A&M University Corpus Christi. Today, the Harris family posted a $25,000 reward for information that helps lead to the return of Caleb. I'm here at the cottages, and I want to walk you through the timeline that outlines the details of when Caleb was last seen. The night of March 3rd, Caleb was here at the cottages hanging out with his roommates and a friend. At 2:45, Caleb sent a Snapchat to his dog. When he brought the dog back, it's confirmed that the dog did come back to the apartment. I'm going to show you here where Caleb's phone.
So once again, guys, this is really nice because she's showing you the area of where he was last seen. So, and not only that, but it's also giving you guys the time frame on the TikTok. So Shay, this is great. Thank you.
At 2:58. So let's take a look at the drainage ditch. I know a lot of people have been asking questions about it. So as you can see down there, there is very, very shallow water. There's not, enough water to really drown in there. Typically, we've had more rain this week, but when he disappeared, it was drier. But still pretty soggy and muddy. It's hard to walk in. Once you start walking through that mud, you sink. As you can see, it'd be pretty hard to walk through this ditch. But it is entirely possible that he could have crossed Ennis Jocelyn to the other side of the ditch and walked along it. As that ditch, the drainage ditch runs several miles in that direction.
Okay. I'm not laughing at this. I'm laughing just because of if you know, the ditch. I don't have a very good history of ditches, but I do find it interesting that she's saying all of the different places of potential of where he could have walked to. That's true, NorCal Jim, you can. This is a TikTok, yes, and I will post this person's TikTok. I can't read it on here, but I'll click on it from Shay's and then be able to share it out as well. So, don't start with me, Jem. Okay, we'll finish this off.
5 minutes after Caleb's location last pinged here on Ennis Jocelyn, he sent a Snapchat to a friend. It's not known whether he sent that snap immediately. He could have been walking while typing the caption before it was sent, but it was received by the friend and not opened until a few days later. Snapchat was received at 3:03 a.m. Just wanted to clarify that the ditch that we have over here goes through Ennis Jocelyn onto the other side. and goes for several miles down to Rodfield Road. I want to point out behind me those barricades. Those are where the drainage ditch ends to the drainage ditch that runs parallel to the cottage apartment.
This is besides the point, but are all of your guys' stoplights turned to the side like that? Because that would drive me nuts. Aaron. The Snapchat was to his sister. Yep. See how the lights on the stoplight are like to the side versus hanging down? That threw me off. He would not run away into water. I think he could. What? There's different ones? Like Nora's grandma, just like how Shay just put in chat. Oh, okay, Jim. Why does that not surprise me? Horizontal. Oh, really? Interesting. Oh, that would throw me off. I would never stop at a stoplight. Not on purpose. But I wouldn't see it because it's not hanging in front of me to tell me to stop. It's on the light strings. It's weird. Huh. I didn't say on purpose. Oh my gosh. All right. That's crazy. Okay. We don't have gators around here, Aaron says. Okay. Sweet. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Shay. I appreciate that. It just threw me. Because I was like, oh, is that a stoplight? If it's not hanging down to tell me. Oh gosh, you two. Okay. So I'm going to bring up his poster one more time before we move on to the next case. But once again, guys, this is one that I'm keeping very close tabs on. And yes, so if you guys are in the Corpus Christi area, please keep an eye out. I believe it's going on 3 weeks now. So, yeah, this is one where he kind of went missing right around the same time as Riley Strain. And like Shay had said, has not really been getting the same amount of attention. So I wanted to make sure that his face is out there, his missing persons information is out there. And yes, so that is Caleb Harris, once again missing out of Corpus Christi, Texas. All right, let me move this over. I need to close out some of these windows so that my computer stops glitching. Close out my messages so that you guys don't give me a panic attack every time I open my computer. Close out that. Just ignore me as I'm just kind of talking through what I'm doing in my whole life. So, all right. Next, we are going to get into Maddie's case. All right. So, for those of you who don't know, the case of Maddie Kingsbury, Madeline Kingsbury, this is a local case to me. Oh God, okay. Okay, Jennifer, don't worry, I will. And also, like I said, I'm close to people that are involved in this case, not involved in the case itself, but family members and such. I do not. NorCal Jim, I do not. It's just all of the videos for the Ruby Frankie stuff that I'm going to cover. I have all those videos up and ready to go. It's a police box, Nora's grandma. Okay, now you guys are putting things in there that I don't even understand. You're good. Do you, Nora's grandma? Good, I'm glad. I've been wearing it too, and I've actually been wearing all week. Well, so like I said at the beginning of the stream, the individual who is in jail for killing Maddie had his contested omnibus hearings this week. Technically, he had them on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then there is an additional one at the end of April, which is annoying. Hoping that we got through everything, but we didn't, which is once again annoying. And not only that, but some of the stuff that we ended up finding out or getting restricted is not necessarily what we would have wanted. But it also is very confusing to me still. So yeah, we're going to kind of go over both days, but you guys know that I don't know anything I'm not supposed to know, but I also don't want to say anything I'm not supposed to say, if that makes sense. So when it comes to Maddie's case, I always try to kind of stick to the different things that are put out in the public by someone else. So this article just doesn't want to come up. Cool. Hang on. Taken forever and a half. So like I said, he was in court. There we go. All right. Let me share this with you guys. This is what happens when I try to do too many things. All right, let me make sure I'm sharing it. All right, cool beans. Let's do this. All right, so that is you guys can see a beautiful picture of Maddie here. Makes a second court appearance in his pretrial motions. So this one is from, let's see, Maddie Kingsbury's accused murderer appeared in court the second day. So this is the second day, but we'll still kind of go over it. This month will be 1 year. So that's another big thing is coming up March 31st. Is the 1 year anniversary of her going missing, as well as the day, obviously, that they believe something happened to her. So keep that in mind. And you guys in chat. Yeah. March 31st is when she went missing, and then she was found in what? Her funeral was in June. She was missing for 69 days, so whatever that would have been. May. So, yeah, it's already been a year. Kingsbury's disappearance prompted thousands to search. Oh, there we go. June 7th. I just have to keep reading. So Nora's grandma said, "Can you explain for the audience?" And by audience, I mean me, what exactly an omnibus hearing actually is. So it's just a pretrial hearing. From what I was reading up on before it happened, the omnibus hearing is kind of the hearing before a trial that they go over pretrial motions. So what evidence is going to be allowed in a trial, different things that the prosecution versus the defense are fighting to have in the trial, things like that. In this contested omnibus hearing, so the omnibus hearing was in February, I believe. And then this contested omnibus hearing is because the defense for the individual who did this, allegedly, he had fought some things. His lawyers had filed some things in court in regards to this, such as trying to get a change of venue, trying to get his first, which we went over this. I think I have a Maddie playlist. Hey, Tomboy Charm. So, you can find it in there for me going over everything that he asked for. But one of the big things that was somewhat, I guess, decided to a certain extent was his first interview. It was not an interrogation. He was not under arrest. This is when Maddie was still missing. So this was not technically a criminal case at this point. She was just missing. When her ex-boyfriend, who's also the father of her children, had voluntarily gone to the police department to answer questions about, when had you last seen her, things like that. We obviously have not seen that, but it was on camera and everything like that. So, either way, he and his attorney had asked for that to be restricted or withheld. And that was something that I was a little bit confused about, just because obviously, you guys know, I understand the law when I can read into it, and I like to read about things to learn about them, but it's not something I'm fluid in. So it did end up being restricted. So, but then when I was kind of reading through the rest of this, it also made me question, like, it was just restricted to the public, potentially? I don't know. So I'm going to read through this with you guys, and you guys tell me what you guys think based on how I read this to you guys, all right? So it says, you can't get to the depth of the emotion by talking about it. We can't really convey it to you. It's horrible, and it's a nightmare, and it's just, unfortunately, it is what it is, David Kingsbury shared. Kingsbury's ex-boyfriend and father for 2 young children. I don't like saying his name if you guys wonder why I always say the individual who did this, is charged with her murder. He has remained behind bars since his arrest in June. Wednesday's court hearing was shorter, but many items were still discussed as state prosecutors and the defense build their case for a jury. Both Kingsbury and the individual who potentially did this, families were in court for the second omnibus hearing. It's technically the second contested omnibus hearing, but I digress. And so this is the part where I'm questioning. It says the state and the defense asked the judge to put another restrictive order preventing public access to any audio or video statements made by the the law enforcement. The order covers statements made on March 31st, April 1st, and April 2nd, 2023. Winona County judge honored the request. So in this instance, I'm assuming that just means that they're blocking it from public view, but it's still okay to be utilized in the court process. Is that what you guys are getting from it? So it also says, previously the state asked for an aggravated sentence. If Fravel were to be found guilty by a jury, Fravel's defense team has asked for this request to be dismissed. They say it's due to lack of evidence. Sealed, so to speak. Okay, Tomboy Charm. So technically it's still in use for the actual trial. It just, none of that information can be given to the public at all. Yes, Shay? Which vowel? The defense also motioned to dismiss one of Fravel's first-degree murder charges again for lack of evidence. Bullshit. But I'm biased. Allegedly. We just can't really have much of a conversation, There's a restrictive order in place. Okay. Okay. We'll be back on April 30th, which is the 3rd contested omnibus hearing. Still a change of venue once again. It's really all I can say at this point, Fravel's defense attorney, Zachary Bauer, said. State prosecutors still intend to seek an aggravated sentence and the first-degree murder charges. The lead prosecuting attorney submitted the entire grand jury transcript and additional evidence to support the state's efforts. Fravel will be back in court on April 30th for the 3rd contested omnibus hearing. The possible change of venue will be the topic of discussion. Trial date has not been set, but both parties are eyeing a fall 2024 date. Yeah, right, Cray Cray? So, that was what kind of came out of it. So, I don't think anything potentially negative on the Kingsbury side of things came out in from what I could understand. I do have all of the actual motions, but there's just so much of. Oh, I guess I will bring this one up. So, well, actually, okay. So this one here is about controlled substances. So this is a motions in limine, which there's a ton. Yeah, well, and actually, one of the other things that they had talked about, Cray Cray, was regarding that, and stating that they didn't want it to be talked about for either him or Maddie in the case. So, it just says here, with regard to controlled substances, if granted, there being no objection by the defense with regard to prescribed medication, defense has agreed to provide notice to the state prior to seeking to admit into evidence at trial any testimony, photographs, or physical evidence referencing the distribution, possession, or use of prescription medications by Maddie. So, in other words, both sides have to be aware that if anyone's potential for medication, whether it's prescribed or not, has to be known by both sides before it is brought up in trial. So, and that was it for that one. Let me just make sure that none of the other ones that I have up. This one here says, share this tab. Access to any audio video statements made by the defendant to law enforcement, including transcripts of those statements that may be offered as exhibits by either party during the course of the pretrial evidentiary hearing on March 19th and 20th, 2024, is restricted. So, in other words, I think it's just going over saying that it can't be released to the public. Let's see. Defendants claim such statements contain a substantial amount of material facts and information that has not previously been made public. Such information is highly sensitive, and dissemination of that information likely impede defendants' right to a fair trial and impartial administration of justice, especially so because a jury has not yet been chosen. So, rather of everything out before trials, they can't cry. Well, or hi, Punksy. Well, yes and no, Nora's grandma, because you also want to make sure that he can get a fair trial, because if something were to leak to the public beforehand or something, I don't know. It's just, I want it to be a fair trial so that he's fair and square, put in jail for the rest of his life. That's about where I'm at with it. So, once again, guys, you are able to just go to MCRO, which is the Minnesota Court Records something, and look up all of this information as well. So this is open to the public. So let me close these in hopes. So those are the updates that kind of happened this week. Once again, we have the final contested omnibus hearing at the end of April. And that's kind of just what we're going to be waiting for at this point. So hang on. All right. So we have the final case of the night. How many of you guys have been or have seen the, yeah, it is, right, K-Brace? I mean, one case in particular that comes to mind is the Delphi case. The amount of stuff that has come out that has people that should not even be involved in this case now legally involved in this case is insane to me. And if you guys are interested in Delphi, Teresa over on Criminality is doing a fantastic job covering it. She kicks ass every time. And I love her. But, so please, and her link is down below as well. Do they disclose what the one in April is regarding? Change of venue, and then anything that had not been decided up to this point. So. Yep. Well, we don't have that here, but yeah. All right. So if you know or don't know, if you've been on the internet today at all and you follow Long Crime or KUTV, Hi, Dad. I know she is, K-Bird. It's awesome. But we are now going to get into the Ruby Frankie, Jodi Hildebrandt stuff. So I had heard that all of this stuff was going to be like released. I didn't realize that when they had said that they were going to release it, that it was going to be released so quickly. But shit, it did. Hi, daycare mama. We're just starting, daycare mama. We're just starting the Ruby Frankie stuff. So everything's kind of been split. So you could keep listening here and then you can watch the replay later. So, I mean, if you want, that's up to you. But thank you guys. Thank you. Sorry. You did, but there wasn't really an update. We just finished going over it. Other than they're not going to allow for Abel's questioning by police on the 31st, 1st, or 2nd. So his initial ones, they're not going to allow that to go public before trial. Both the defense and the prosecution both agreed on that. So, that's pretty much the update. They have the additional contested omnibus hearing at the end of April as well. So, other than that, that's pretty much the update for that one. Yeah. No problem. Either way. So anyways, yes, the Ruby Frankie, Jodi Hildebrandt stuff, everything got released today. They said fall of this year, Pepper, for Maddie's case is kind of what both the prosecution. Thanks, Dad. They said both the prosecution and the defense are very much pushing for a fall 2024 for Maddie's case. But they haven't said like a date. Yeah, absolutely. So how many of you guys have seen even just one of the Ruby Frankie videos that have been released as of today? Have any of you guys seen any of them? I found out they were released when Josh from the Dad Challenge podcast went live this morning. And I love Josh from the Dad Challenge podcast. I think he's freaking hilarious, but he does such good work for such good things. And, well, so Shay, we're going to kind of, yeah. And I have to be very careful because YouTube has been cracking down on a lot of this stuff. And, so we have to be very careful about what we show because there's a handful of videos. So what I'm going to probably do is bring up each video and then have you guys tell me if it's one that you guys would potentially want to watch or if it's one where I just can link it below and you guys could potentially do it. You know what I mean? You saw some of the interrogation videos today? Yeah, so we have the interrogation, the first interrogations of both Jodi and Ruby. We have when they are both arrested, the body cam from that. There is the camera footage of the son escaping to the neighbor's house from the neighbor's house. So you see him go up to the door, and so on. And then, there's also footage of the police finding the little girl in the under the garage in the locked area. And then there was also a few phone calls that were played. One in particular. Yes. Yep. Shay. Well, their faces are blurred. So I said at the very beginning here that under my references in the description of this video, there is a link that has trigger warning in front of it, which actually has, hey Dula, it's good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. That has real photos of the children when they are at, hey Kathy, by the way, when they are at the hospital. So it is a lot. It is a trigger warning. I'm going to throw up my trigger warning just to make sure that everyone is aware. But let's see. What should we do first? Oh, we also have a handful of articles that have released Ruby Frankie's handwritten journal. So there's that as well. So let's see. We have, what do you guys want to watch first? Because we have the body cam of both Ruby Frankie and Jodi Hildebrandt being arrested. So literally being taken into jail. We have Kevin Frankie being questioned by the police. That one's a longer video. And we don't necessarily have to watch that. But we can. I think you'll learn a lot more from the phone call than you would from his actual interview. But I do have it linked down below once again. And then we have the EMTs taking the youngest out of they have it as closet. It is not the closet. It is that area that we showed in the house tour from Zillow a few lives ago. It was down where they had that vault door. And then we have the actual footage of the rest. Okay, let's see. We have the body cam. Your first phone call. I'm getting interviewed. Okay, we'll do this one first then. Present. Once again, guys, well. Oh, well. How is long crime with this stuff, by the way? Anyone know? I don't know if I've ever showed a law and crime video. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Does anyone happen to know before I bring it up? Are they okay as long as I do fair use? Okay, Merp. Oh, well. I don't know what that means. Merp. Yeah, I will. I mean, I would have regardless, but... They're okay with fair use, but show their banner and link it in your video. Yeah. Absolutely. It's already linked down below anyways, so...
Look to your left. Okay.
Well, actually, I want to show the other one first because this one is the one, I think, that I want to show instead. Before they're in the actual... Yes, and please, guys, go follow Long Crime. They post great stuff. You guys can see here, this is when they're still at Jodi's.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay.
Is there a restroom right here?
I don't know where it's at.
Where do you use this?
Okay. Yeah, there is one in there. Thank you, sir. You can help you.
In the background. I'm probably just going to kind of talk through it. That's awesome. Yeah. I'll just keep talking because there's not a ton of sound unless they start talking. You guys remember this house was freaking gorgeous, though. Unfortunately, it's a torture chamber. There's Ruby being such a ray of sunshine. Ugh. Wow! Can phone like that be copyrighted, I wonder? That's a good question.
I'm not. That's just
I'm gonna
really
kind of
loud.
switch through a little bit. You guys can kind of see
Thank you.
her being very, yeah, exactly, Pepper. Not very me.
Is there a lock on? Or is that the lock right there? Turn down actually. You good? Yeah. Okay. What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said something. You're yelling something to him. I apologize.
I know, right? Oh, she is? Is that what you're saying, Laura's Mama?
All right, well, it feels good in here. So, hey, Ruby asked this, and I know that said they were already detained, but I'm going to be taking you back to the police department. Okay, so I'm going to do pop up.
So this is where they put her in handcuffs to take her back to the police department.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, just
Yeah,
place
well.
your hands on your back for me. Perfect. And then
Happy camper.
right now, I can put a finger in each of these, okay? And I'm just going to double up those so they don't tighten up on you on the way out there.
Right? That's true, Pepper.
Where's your car?
That's why I was
Yeah.
a little bit confused when they put it up for sale so fast.
You don't have anything on you that I should know about, correct? Any weapons, anything that we're going to find. Before you put you in a police vehicle, we need to search your person to make sure you don't have anything on you. Is there anything you have on you? Okay, I'm going to search you before we put you in his car. That's just protocol, so I'm just going to have you step right over here and then just widen your legs, widen your stance. Yep, perfect.
Makes you not like her even more.
Okay, I'm just going to go like this through and make sure you don't have anything. You said you're not wearing a bra? Okay. Is that just like a tank top under here? Okay.
It's interesting that she's not talking, and you'll hear when they do the first interview as well. She doesn't respond. She just says, I want my lawyer, or whatever she says, which we will watch.
All right, you're just going to walk with Officer Hines.
Sounds good, Shay.
No, go out this way.
And then, hey, Hines.
You want me this way or that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was do you mean Ruby or do you mean
and then if you want
Jodi?
to go
Pepper.
down the downstairs
Yeah.
into the interview room downstairs.
Oh, the view.
You going down or I'm going down?
Right? Neither.
I appreciate it. I was gonna ask you to come turn my car off, but I'm leaving now, so we're good. It's still on.
She's not speaking, Murph. Yeah, right? Both.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, hold on. Well,
Hang on. It'd be satisfying to watch her put in the cop car, not gonna lie.
so we can tell them who we're taking down there.
She probably, and I think we hear this as she keeps going, is that a Band-Aid on her face? She's wearing a mask. And the skin's crawling up. Yeah, I would say so.
Ruby? Okay. I'll go this way.
Yeah.
Might be. Sorry. Yeah, Captain. She told me transfer it down, then she'll meet me there.
Yeah. Take me in your car, then
Okay.
Look at those
Appreciate it.
trucks. Those are not what our police cars look
Ruby, what's
like.
your last
Damn.
name? Just so I could tell them I'm transferring. Okay. Control traffic 13.
That's crazy. I think she knew. Where's
I'll
Grandma?
be transferring Ruby to number 12. I'll give you my.
One thing we'll learn. One thing we will learn as we keep watching this. She had liquidated all of their assets and tries to tell Kevin where the money is. This is not me muted. This is them muting. So you guys can still see.
I'll come up and I'll come back and grab it after they get back here.
Oh, we made it to jail.
You guys got it?
Right, Annie?
Yeah, that's
Right?
it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, brown hammer. I thought it was pink.
I can't be the
Thanks,
only
sir.
one that whenever you see
Bye.
someone going to jail in the car, you think of the thing from Keeping Up with the Kardashians where Khloe's going to jail and Kim's taking selfies.
Good. Come on up.
Just a little tidbit. While we watch
We'll go that way.
Crash.
What's that? Downstairs in the
It
interview room.
disgusts me too.
So I could have gone that way, but appreciate you open the door.
I'm just going to pause it, even though I'm talking over this. So technically, I shouldn't have to pause it for fair use because I'm talking over it with you guys. But still, so what we've seen so far is her sitting at Jodi's, which is interesting because I think when all this first went down, we didn't even realize that they were potentially, she was at Jodi's too. Because didn't we think that she had left and she wasn't there and that's why the kids had gone away? So it also makes you wonder how long after the son getting out did this occur, because she was at Jodi's and he escaped from Jodi's. Right, K-Rays, that was my kind of thought as well. So how long in between were the two things of, you know, when he broke out to when the police arrived to when she's taken into custody? Because if she was there the whole time, then hell yeah, she would have known that he got out, you know? But, okay, let's keep watching.
We'll take these stairs right here.
Right. Right, Pepper? Not me being the only one that's like, dang, I hope she trips.
All right.
Right, Kathy. Exactly.
And we'll left down this hall.
Whoops. Oh, so he's leading her. I was like, oh my gosh, how does she know where she's going?
This next one right here. Right here. And we'll go ahead and I can remove those stuff right here. Go to down and remove them. This way, yeah.
Exactly, K-Rays. Oops, she slipped. Not going to jail for that long anyways.
Okay, go ahead and have a seat.
Oh, better cross her arms. She can't look like she's having a good time. Oh, I know.
Okay, she'll be here shortly, okay?
You're in a timeout. Bye.
Thanks. It still comes out in my office.
What's that?
You can tell I'm in my office.
Was she? I don't know. I honestly just think that she's thinking she's so much better than all of these people and that she has no reason to be here.
Would you say by your office?
Just tell Sylvie I'm in here when he comes out if he's
Oh, okay.
because he's gonna do interviews in here.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You want your cup back?
So here you guys will see these.
Definitely not a talk.
She's not.
Did you copy and paste that, North Grandma?
I'm gonna.
It's yours if you want it. We'll say that. How's that?
We also have snacks if you need anything to eat.
He's really helpful here,
I
guys.
introduced myself to you earlier, but my name is Detective Bates, and this is Sergeant Tobler. We're just here to talk to you about kind of a few things involving your kids. So first, do you live down here, or?
I wonder if she's going to help. Probably not.
Do you want to talk to me about where you live, or
No, she
how many
doesn't.
kids you have?
Why would she help you? The fact that you guys are getting to
So
hear
we
my
just spoke with your husband.
inner dialogue
He
is
said you guys
great.
have 6 kids. Are those all together? Are those all your kids?
She's pissed. She's pissed that Kevin talked to them. She's blinking a lot.
I can wait all day. So it's up to you if you want to talk to us about what's going on.
You think so, Princess Meganosa? Or do you think looks different?
Would you feel more comfortable talking to one of us?
you want me to, I can step out if you want.
Or if you feel more comfortable talking to him, I can step out.
I'll wait till I have a lawyer.
Okay. So you want to talk to us at all?
Yeah. Kathy, you're right. She's going to wait till she has a lawyer. Now, does anyone for sure know the difference between
Do you want to answer that?
her saying, "I'll wait till I
You
have a
wanna talk to us
lawyer,"
about anything?
"I want a lawyer," or "give me a lawyer"? 'Cause I've heard that there's the potential for that difference.
So, yeah,
Do you guys happen to
this
know?
is just your chance to tell us. We're just trying to get your side of the story.
She doesn't want to
So
talk.
it's your chance to do that. But it's up to you.
Silly gooses.
We're just here to talk.
No, Kevin is her husband,
And,
Linda.
I mean, I'm not asking any criminal questions. If you don't want to
That's
talk
what
to
I
us,
said.
just let us know.
I don't know why she's
We'll-
thinking so
we'll be
much. She
done.
needs eye drops.
I've already told you.
That you want a lawyer? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Easy enough.
Thank you.
Is there anything else I can get for you in the meantime?
Just a
Like
little.
out the water, do you need a bathroom break or anything like that? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see what's the next one that we want to do. So this one. Yes, this is the one. So this is the one where they get to Jodi's house. This is a good one. No. So there's no, I'm not muted. So this is what you guys are also hearing as well. So it does unmute once they get to her front door as well. So they're all riding together.
184.
Sorry, that's good. Anyone who's here
Goes off to the left.
my bad. Let me turn that down a little bit. Yeah, they did. Yeah. This one isn't the kids. This is when they're first going into Jodi's. But look at them. They're full tactical gear going in here. Look at that damn door. I'm telling you. They do. They mean business. I know, right? She doesn't even open the door right away. Yet, does she forget? No, they don't. They have to knock. And you'll see, you can see her walk up. She doesn't open the door. Right, that was my question too, Kathy. That's why I'm kind of...
Police officers, open up!
I just like how big it is. You could drive a car through it. Here she comes, but she's not in. Oh.
Jodi, I need you to step out.
I have my attorney.
That's great. Step out of the house.
No, I'm not gonna step out of the
Step out of the
house.
house.
Step out of the house.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
We're just gonna see
Whoa,
if
whoa,
anybody
whoa.
else. Is there anybody else home?
Wait a minute, how do you come to my house?
Right there.
Look, they go on into my house.
Let's have a seat right there.
Do you have a search warrant?
Have a seat right
Do you
there.
have a search
Have
warrant?
a seat right there.
Yeah, I
I'll
kind of
explain everything after. Have a seat right there.
Do you have a search warrant, sir?
Control 12x11. Can you hold there? We're searching.
Gonna pause just for the hell of it. For anyone that's just coming in or anything like that. This is the police showing up at Jodi Hildebrandt's home. Yeah, right. And she ends up answering the door with just a "do you have a warrant?" So, yeah. And she's like, "My attorney's on the phone. My attorney's on the phone." Doesn't matter. Yeah, right. Merp. I wish she would have stayed silent too. Right? No, but one thing I will say, Pepper, she isn't happy, but she does seem like this caught her more off guard than it did Ruby. But then I wonder if Ruby is inside listening to all of this occur, if she is being taken from Ruby or from Jodi's house as well. You know what I mean? All right, Cavers. How did Jodi trip too? I don't know.
The house.
I can tell you what's in the house.
Okay. Just have a seat right there for me.
Do you have a search warrant?
We'll explain it after this.
You can't just come into my house without a search warrant.
We'll explain everything after this, ma'am.
I wonder if they didn't know that he had gotten out at this point. What are all those packages on that front step?
Okay. Well, that's one of the reasons why we're here.
So I think
So
they
we'll
just said
explain
something
after
about
everything's done, after we clear the house and make sure everything's fine in
But
there.
why are you coming into my house without a
We'll
search warrant?
explain it after this.
But that doesn't make sense. You come into my house and do what you want, and then you tell me you don't have a
No, we'll
warrant.
explain why we
does
did.
not want them in her
But
house
don't you
at
have to have a
all.
warrant?
Not at this moment, we don't. We're here on exigent circumstances. And I'll explain it after this, after my sergeant and
Unfortunately, it cuts him off mid-sentence. Let me grab the next one. Which one? Video. I have to make sure that I'm getting all of them. There's that one. That one we watched. I'm going to close out of that. Great. We'll watch this one next for now. Yeah, she makes me mad too. So this is, I'll have to go see if I can find the interrogation part of this, unless they go back for at least Jodi. Yeah. Well, and Pepper, that's why I'm curious about that point. She didn't know why they were there. Like, I wonder if they actually were not aware that he had gotten out and gone to the neighbors until the police got there. Because you'd think if they did, why would they have allowed the little girl to stay down in, like, the dungeon? Because that's where they end up finding her. So, it does make me think about it. But they do. If they think that there's another child in there, which if the first child says, yeah, my younger sibling is in there, they have every right to go in there to protect that child based on just what the first child is saying without a warrant. The same way as if police hear yelling or a weapon being used or something like that, they have the ability to already go in. They don't have to wait for a warrant. So, so this one is 2012-59 on 8/30/2023. I can go back and while we're watching some of this one, do it. Hey, Sarah. Welcome in. And then Jennifer, I can send it to you if there is, yeah. Well, so Ruby Frankie was like the first video that we watched of her sitting on that couch, that was in her house. So that was in Jodi's house. So the fact that Jodi opened the door, that would have to be the first one. Ruby would have to potentially still be in there. And so on. I think because Jodi's privileged mind thought, yeah, right, K-Bird. Well, I don't know. I feel like if they knew for sure that one of the kids had gotten out and this was about to potentially hit the fan, even a potential for it, that they would have at least taken her out of the super basement. You know what I mean? Yeah, Kathy will get there after this one. Let's watch a little bit more of this.
Thank you.
Hey, Friday, I'm not gonna work for the interview, but I got Jessica, she's going to be a card. We can schedule another day. We'll keep that Monday maybe for that interview. So Owen will call it if you want.
No, I don't mind, Jennifer. I'll send it to you. I don't mind.
You can get with Adam and schedule that, okay?
How do I schedule that? If you guys are on the phone.
We'll give you a card with the phone number. And then, yeah, you can call Adam and have Adam call us, and we can schedule it, or you can call us and schedule it.
Okay. Just gonna do another quick
I didn't
check.
think they would have stayed there if they knew they were. Yeah, well, right. I don't know.
Nothing in your
I
pocket?
do
Got
think
nothing
that
on you at all?
they thought that they were above the law, K-Braze.
You can go out the front door to my vehicle out there.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Pepper. The one that did the what was it, like a 3-hour YouTube video? Yeah. No, that was kind of my question. Where's Grandma?
We'll put her on the right side.
I can go back and look at that other video too in a little bit.
Hey, yes? Jessica?
Hey, I'm calling.
Trying to put her in there. Wait.
Yeah, you can.
Go ahead.
To be honest, I think they're
Right side of the
probably in
vehicle, please.
shock. You know? I think they're in shock like, shit, we didn't actually think this could ever happen. Okay, Jennifer, and then when we get to the kids footage, we can see if they have time frames in that.
I'll help you if you need.
I had a crash on the right side, my shoulders screwed up.
Okay. Just be careful then. I'm gonna got you right here as much as I can.
Do you
Is it
would it
pain?
feel
Want
more
double cuff?
comfortable? Yeah.
Put 2 cups on me. Go ahead and step on out. I got you.
I landed on my
So
shoulder
he's
and
gonna-
smashed it.
Come on out. One more.
Oh,
We're gonna
no. He has a
double
bad
cuff you so that you have
shoulder,
more room for
guys.
your shoulders. So he's
Okay.
gonna
He has a
take
bad
one of your
shoulder.
hands out. Okay, when he does that, I want you to place that hand on your head.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one for her.
That's one thing about Pepper about all these cases that sucks because a person that I
Just trying to figure out
care a
what's
lot
in
about
here.
and love a lot, that's a really good friend of mine, is from the Mormon church, and it's not what these monsters say. They're an extreme version of this. So that's something that is unfortunate with this case, with
On there,
the
just a different cup. So it made a little wider.
stuff. Thank you, Shay.
Okay, go ahead and bring it back down. Bring this one back down. Okay. So now look
Yeah.
how wide that is. Better.
And I want to be somewhat
And double
careful
lock
because
it
I
so
don't
it
want to
doesn't get in
necessarily put all this terrible information out regarding the case all at once because it is a lot to take
Go
in.
ahead and let's put you back.
So
I got you. As much as I can.
they're doing a real nice job of not throwing her around when she said she was hurt, because that would have been me like, oh, sorry, did I fit your hurt shoulder on the car?
Hey,
And then again,
sorry,
that's
can
why
we
I'm
go
probably
the
not
other
a police
side?
officer,
Yeah.
because I couldn't hold it back.
Yep. Good. Okay.
Once again, guys, pausing it, just even though I'm talking over it for fair use, just for double fair use. Okay, Bruce. Oh man. This is Jodi Hildebrandt after going into the questioning, being taken to jail. So Jennifer says Ruby is at 5:22 p.m. Jodi is at 11:45 a.m. Okay. No, I didn't. Thank you. I just said thank you, so you must not have been in here when I just said it. But yes, thank you, Shay. I got your message. I was just saying I don't know how much I want to put all together because, like, it's so much information that's very hard to take in. But I'll share it in the description box below if anyone does want to read over the actual documents as well. So, okay. Thank you again, Shay. You're the bestest.
We'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
You got it?
I just have a few words for you too.
Do you have an extra set of handcuffs?
Have some in my truck.
You want to grab
Can you grab me one?
He needs.
Thank you. I'll get back to you when I get back.
So this warrant, Officer Hines is going to your property, and that's going to be given to you.
With the property. Yeah, I'll make sure of that.
Oh, stop, Aaron. One thing. You'll never be obligated to be here. Right, Linda? Bad shoulder and all the bullshit. Yeah. I didn't either until the footage came out, Jennifer. Why is this so loud for only being halfway up? Keep going.
Yes.
Great. We're going to skip a little bit ahead.
All right, step up, please. Thank you. Go and face that officer. Put your hand on the top of your head, please. Analyze your fingers. Thank you. And put on top of your head. Look to your left. Thank you. I just don't want to.
Not me having to put my hands out in front of me to make the L to figure out what side was left and what side was right. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. I'm going to turn that down a little more because that's freaking loud. Now I can't hear him.
Oh, right there. Okay, yeah, I got him. I know you got searched already. I don't, by Bates, you don't have anything in your pockets at all, right? You have just these ones only? Okay.
Oh, look, her sweater looks like my sweater.
All right, let's go.
One more click, please. Allegedly. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine, Pepper. I was just saying that's one thing that's actually not you, but in general has frustrated me about a lot of the extremist cases with, like, Lori Vallow and this case where it's kind of giving Mormonism a bad name when some of the best people I know are Mormon. And so it's one of those things where it's like you don't bring it up, but you bring it up, but then it's because everyone else is doing it. If that makes sense. Like I wasn't saying it bad to you at all. Absolutely not. Or new one what? You're good, Pepper. It's good to I think it's good to have the conversation out there. As long as everything's done respectfully, anyone can really talk about anything. I don't care. Ooh, it's dark out now. Beep, beep.
Trace, you want to let you know what criminal charges for, so you're under arrest. It's going to be 2 counts, 2nd-degree felony of child abuse or neglect. Okay. Do you understand that or no?
She's not talking about a lawyer.
Are you okay? I'm wondering if there's like a medical clearance that needs to, like, do you need medical attention before you go to the jail? Okay. All right. Well, we'll have
like,
so she gets down here.
Nothing's gonna happen if you say that you can hear what I'm saying.
Have you ever been arrested before?
See, this is where I'd accidentally stick my foot out, I think.
I'm just concerned about you.
He's lying.
I know you don't believe that.
I don't believe
I had
that.
an opportunity to talk to your husband and kind of worried about your circumstances and obviously your children as well.
Yep, exactly, Kathy. She is. I love that they keep saying they talk to Kevin.
Attention or anything like that.
Yeah, I agree. He's like, sorry, I'm being polite. Right, K-Ray?
Oh no, it's all good.
Now we're all going to laugh around her. Look at her. She's like, how dare you guys be laughing while this is happening to me?
See what happens later tonight.
Just pausing it once again for fair use, even though I'm doing commentary over it. But still, just in case. But yeah, and so Pepper, at the very beginning when she was first arrested, we went over, there was a documentary. Do you guys remember? Damn it. No, I don't remember. I don't think so. You can keep approving it, Merp. I don't care. Swoop. Is that who it was? Hang on, I'm gonna look it up on my phone. Give me a second. Yes, Swoop did, so SWOOP did a documentary where she went back to all of the 8 passengers videos and clipped all of the bad things that Ruby Frankie was doing to her children before Jodi came into the picture. So that was a really good one. I think on my very first Ruby, Frankie, Jodi, Hildebrandt video. That documentary is linked in there. Otherwise, if you just search on YouTube for Swoop, 8 Passengers, that has like everything. It's an incredible documentary. Absolutely incredible. What is there to debate about? I'm curious now. None of this was going on with the kids when her husband. So apparently not. Well, it depends. It depends because of to what degree. So when Kevin was around, there was a lot of questionable shit happening. But not to the degree of like where her children are now, if that makes sense. Like the physical stuff that was happening to the kids now with Jodi is not at least outwardly happening in their household when Kevin was there, supposedly. Now, when we listen to the phone call between them, no, you're good. You're good, Pepper. I still love you. Who? Swoop? Where's Grandma? Is that what you're asking? No, she's just a YouTuber. She does really good in-depth documentaries. She also did one on the Colleen Ballinger stuff, and that was really good too. But yes, Jodi's niece did come out and tell her story, but that was on her own thing. I'd have to go back and see exactly. That's the question, Annie. According to him, no. According to him, she had asked him to leave and was telling him to stay away if they ever wanted a future together. But then we hear in this, like I said, we're going to listen to the audio of Ruby and Kevin talking after she's arrested. And it's very interesting. Yes, the niece's name is Jessie Hildebrandt. Yes, so they have 6 kids together, her and Kevin. The oldest is what, 20 something? Second oldest had just turned 18 when all of this happened. I believe they have mid-teens, 2 in mid-teens, and then the younger 2 here that were 9 and 11 when all of this happened. Jennifer, I'm pretty sure he was in the same mindset as them. I'm pretty sure. That's just my opinion, but both in a way. I think he very much subscribed to the mindset of the parenting techniques and such that they were teaching. But I also think, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to keep playing. He's like, nope, she's not talking to me. I'm leaving.
I heard about 3 sodas.
Yes, we did.
No, I'm sweating it off.
Kathy, there's that other couple that also does.
It's so hot downstairs.
They had left the Mormon church, and they're really good too.
Oh, down there? Mm-hmm. It was 78.
I don't think so, Annie, to be completely honest. Especially, it's going to piss you the hell right off when we listen to the phone call. That's why I think they tried to have Sherry arrested when she got into the house, because apparently there was a bag of money in there. Because she had liquidated all of their assets, taken all their money out of the bank.
Yeah. What's going on?
Yep. I agree, Rainbow Mom. Oh, we get to ride together. Maybe they have hands on their back. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we probably need to do another
Search.
content. Yeah.
It's not very far or anything, but I'm just gonna make sure you don't have anything in your pockets. And you're not wearing anything else under this, correct?
No, man.
Spandex? Nothing?
Oh.
You don't
Hey,
wear
there's Jodi. Jodi said, are you talking to me?
I just want to make sure that you don't have anything. Just wipe my stance a little bit for me. Yep. Thank you.
That's why I think Jodi hit Jodi for keeping protected for so long.
Trying to face me. So
But I think it hit her a lot harder.
You both are under arrest right now for child abuse. And you'll have 2 counts of that. 1 for Eve and 1 for Russell. Okay? It's for the malnourishment. You guys are in direct custody of those kids. Okay? Do you have any questions for me at this time? No questions? Okay, you can hop in.
I said, in my opinion, North Grandma, that's why.
So if you would
That, plus I think they had a lot of their raw footage from 8 Passengers, which family vlogging raw footage probably has so much bad stuff that gets cut out. You know? Now they're just talking the rest of the time. So it ends up getting muted. Just want to see. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you guys the question. Do you guys want to see the videos of the children? Now, when I say this is not up close other than the girl, but their faces are blurred out, so you can't really see anything graphic, but it is very difficult to watch. Is everyone okay with that? I just want to make sure before I put it on that everyone has the ability to potentially turn this off for the next few minutes. The first video is 2 minutes. I think the second video is like 2 minutes as well. And like I said, the first one is like house footage. And then you also see the couple that the son ends up walking to, kind of going to them. Okay. So this is going to be a trigger warning. Mods, can someone just write trigger warning in chat as well? I know I have it up on the thing. The first one here is Ruby Frankie's child goes to the neighbor for help after escaping Jodi Hildebrandt's home. So you guys can see him here, and we're going to play through this. Yep, if you dip out, and anyone feel free to dip, please feel free to leave if this is something that's going to, if you can't handle it, that's completely understandable. So this is just a trigger warning. You guys will be seeing the kids, but they are blurred out. So just to let you know, but this will kind of give you guys somewhat of an overview. All right. So this is the neighbor's house, and here we go. All right. And I am going to talk through it. There's an article that we'll go over when we read through Ruby's journals coming up here in a little bit. So as you guys can see, this is 8/30/2023. It looks to be like 11:37. So this is Ruby's son. He's ringing the doorbell. Look how skinny he is. Like I said, guys, in that article as well, I'm also going to link this channel below. I'll have to, when I go out, there's a girl that had posted all of these videos herself on her channel, and she's been doing a great job at doing all this. Yes, exactly, Nora's grandma. Trigger warning, please be wary of your mental health. So as you guys can see, he's waiting here. He rang the doorbell. Yeah. Yeah, Pepper, I did. Yeah. Or the ones where she was threatening to cut off the stuffed animals. So not only does he ring the doorbell, but now he's knocking. Absolutely. And at this point, I think he can hear music. And so, because what I believe is they're either sitting by their front door or in the garage, one of the two. Okay, I'm gonna kind of zoom through a little bit more. Okay, so he literally stands there for what? Can you imagine, though, the fact that he walked up there, escaped, and now they're not answering? Now he's in socks, guys. He's not even wearing shoes. Which is crazy. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys this just ahead of time. They were not inside, so I don't think they heard the door at that point. So this is the neighbor couple, and he's sitting on the chair there, and it's a husband and wife, I think, I would assume, that are now talking to him, and he just says, he's pretty much saying, like, really, Aaron? I don't think this is a garage, though. It looks like it's the front door. like sitting area in the front door to stay out of view almost. So this is the couple that ends up calling the police to get him to safety. Hey, J. Kells, it's good to see you. Okay, first one didn't answer, so this is the second house. Okay. Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, and like I said, there's a part, or there's an article that we'll read that goes over what he answers in this as well. But he's like saying things like, I'm not allowed to talk about it, and different things like that. Yeah.
Sores around him. I think there's a good chance he's been.
And he also has.
Oh, and he has
around
around
his
his
wrist
ankle.
as well.
I mean, his wrist as well. Okay, this boy has been.
Needs immediate attention. Oh, you were such a good kid.
This kid is obviously been. I think
you can hear him getting emotional. Ugh. Okay, hang on. Okay, so the next one is closer up. All right, this one is going to be of the youngest daughter, them finding her, they called a closet. Yeah, that's that one. And I will have the link to the full-length videos of all of these so you guys can watch them. Yeah. To be taken to the police department. Oh, yeah, he says it's just personal business. He won't actually answer. First door he knocked on, they didn't answer, so he went to the next. Correct. Okay. So this next one, guys, once again, trigger warning. This is them finding the youngest daughter still in Jodi's home. All right? This one's only a minute long. It's trigger warning.
You don't want to talk? Okay. There's nothing at all you want to talk about?
I can't tell. Is that like a... What is this? Is it just the decoration of the thing, or is that like a...
Are you scared?
Dog thing? Like a dog thing. I don't know. Yeah. So now they've muted out a lot of this.
So can we carry you from there?
Yeah, it took her. Yeah, thank you, K-Braze. That was what I was trying to think. Like a baby gate, like a dog. No, it looks like it's pulls out or something.
We got him some help too. And that's what we want to do for you.
Maybe.
We want to get you some help too.
This was down in like the basement's basement, remember?
Safe. We will not hurt you, and we won't do anything to hurt you.
Having to prove to this girl. I mean, can you imagine what must be running through her mind of like, if they don't actually take me from the situation, my mom's going to be so mad. You guys, this is muted on their own because it's a minor. So, yeah. Okay. Once again, she finally agrees to allow them to take her. These are EMTs, okay? You can see how skinny her arms are as well. Terrible. Terrible. Okay, which one do we have next? We watched that. All right, so the next one that I think I'm going to play before we read a few articles is the phone conversation. Okay, so the YouTube channel is called Jessica Danielle. She has done an incredible job of compiling all of this information. Yes, Linda. So in a live a few lives ago, I want to say it was my last 8 passengers, Ruby, Frankie, Jodi, Hildebrandt live. We went over the Zillow because Jodi had put her house up for sale. So we were actually able to see the layout and go like through all the photos and see where all the stuff was. It was under the garage. There was a door that went downstairs to like another garage, but like it didn't have an opening. It was just like a bunker. And then from there was another set of stairs that went down to like a room that had a vault door. And then in that vault door was like a separate room with one bed, like a pull-down bed, a bathroom, stuff like that. So yeah, it was like the basement's basement. So this is just showing a screenshot here, but like I said, guys, please go subscribe to Jessica Danielle. I definitely subscribed to her earlier, so I don't know why it didn't add it. Swear to God. I swear, guys, I swear I'd subscribed to her earlier. Because she was the one that Josh from the Dad Challenge podcast was also watching. So please go subscribe to her. She's doing a great job on this case and everything else. So let's listen to some of this. Let me change this over. So this is just a still photo, but you're going to hear the phone call between Ruby Frankie and her husband, Kevin Frankie. And I'm not going to lie, it's going to piss you the hell off. So I'm going to put on closed captioning. Hopefully it's correct. Yeah, dungeon.
This is a free call from Ruby Frankie, Purgatory Corrections. An inmate at Purgatory Correctional Facility. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. Press 1 to accept all communications from this inmate and Telmate.
I love this.
To deny this call, press. Thank you for using Telmate.
He answered.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi.
Okay.
When I saw how long this separation was lasting, I wanted to think of some ways that I could bring in money or make some money if you didn't ever come back.
So this is the part where it kind of made me question things, because the way she says it is, I didn't know how long our separation was going to last, so I needed to make some money in case you didn't ever come back, is what she just said. But according to everything up to this point, it was Ruby who initiated the separation and was not allowing Kevin to come back, according to everything up to this point. Now, technically, everything we read and hear is hearsay, so, but still, regardless.
So that's when I asked if you would co-sign on a loan if I found a house, and maybe I could Airbnb it or rent it out, or I've been playing with numbers in my head and I think I could make something, but I don't want to be dumb. I want to be very conservative. So
we're talking money.
I pulled the money and I have it in a bag. And
With you? Do the police have it?
well, I don't know what the police took. I don't know what the police have.
So if you guys aren't quite understanding, she's saying, I didn't know. I wanted to make sure. Yes, I think so too, Aaron. I do think she's also talking in code. But she's saying, I wanted to make sure that our money was safe, so potentially I took it out of the bank and it's in a bag. He says, do the police have that bag? And she says, I don't know what the police have. Okay? So right around this time is also when Kevin tries to press charges on their oldest daughter, who's in her 20s, for breaking into the home, which we found out was actually the police allowing her in the house to get her belongings for her younger siblings. But and a lot of people were wondering regarding Ruby and Kevin's journals, if there was raw footage on hard drives and stuff like that she was potentially going in to make sure that they didn't destroy. Like, that was kind of the original talks about it. And now with this conversation of, hey, I have all of the money we've ever made and it's in a bag, but I'm not sure who has the bag or where the bag is. So I love that, Aaron, actually.
But the bag was at Jodi's house?
They can't just take people's money. I mean, that's not right.
Well, they're not going to take the money, but when they have a search warrant, they have access to everything in the house.
Sure. Yeah.
I have a feeling.
It makes me wonder if there was potentially more hidden hiding spots in that house in regards to like places to stash things. We know that there was a ton of extra rooms, but I wonder if there's like a pull this book and a drawer will open type of situation, because I wouldn't put it past them.
Feeling we're going to need that money.
We might do. So I haven't been making big purchases. I've been very conservative. I think the biggest expense has been the kids' schooling, and that's they have enough curriculum to get them for a couple years. So
aren't they supposed to be here? What?
Okay.
Dumb.
I just received a text from Ted Dawson out of the blue. Ted Dawson.
That guy's being thrown under the bus for supporting them.
I haven't heard from in years.
What, he just texted you?
Yeah, the story's out. So he said.
So what Kevin had just said is that one of their friends that he hadn't talked to in years just texted him telling him that the story is out. So what you guys will hear coming up here is Ruby is very interested to know that her story is now on the news.
Stormy sent me an article and it just broke my heart. I just wanted you to know I'm thinking about you, and if I can ever be a resource, we are always here.
Are we in the news?
It sounds like that at least you're in the news. I don't know about me. I don't know what he's talking about. But.
So, number one, if someone is arrested for doing the unthinkable things to their children, don't text them with support. Sorry to be very blunt. That makes you a trash-ass person just like they are, number one. Number two, don't worry if you're being arrested for said actions about if you're in the news. Once again, trash-ass people. So, sorry, I had to get that off my chest.
I'm wondering if they went to Sherry to, like, ask her questions.
Also, sorry to pause again, but Sherry is, once again, the oldest child of theirs. But at this point in time, she had already been on the outs of this. And I think they already knew that she had the potential to, like, blow the lid off of this thing, and she just hadn't yet. Yep. Yep, I agree, Annie. I agree 100%.
I don't know.
These bookings are public.
I know they are. And a couple of months ago, Business Insider was reaching out to me, and I ignored their email. But
which is also interesting.
I'm going dark.
This is a witch.
So, Business Insider had reached out to Kevin Frankie months before this. We don't know exactly in regards to what. But the fact that they did. Right, Aaron? I have a signed poster of his, by the way, just so you know.
I'm not at BYU. I'm not at BYU anymore, so I don't know how they're going to find me.
So in other words, he's trying to go off there.
It's a blessing. This is a witch hunt.
So he says, I'm no longer at BYU. I'm going dark, so no one's going to be able to find me. Then she says, that must be a blessing then. This is a witch hunt.
The devil's been after me for years. And
this is not her doing. This is the devil. That noise that you guys are hearing is them cutting things out. There's something that they are redacting from this conversation. We don't know what it is. I was assuming it had to do with the minors, but I'm not exactly sure. Yep, she had, Kathy. Sherry had tried to. Not only that, but she'd reached out to multiple family members, I believe, as well. I just don't think anyone really realized how far it had gotten.
But
shared that with the detectives?
I have not said a word until I have an attorney.
Okay, well, you know that this phone call is being recorded.
You have 1 minute remaining for this call.
Yes, that will come out. That will come out.
So whatever they had just shared that got taken out, Kevin says, have you shared this with an attorney? Yeah. Okay, Bird, I agree. No? That's the thing, guys, is this is, if you guys hear, she says, no, I haven't told anyone anything because I haven't gotten an attorney. So at that point, her attorney had not been there yet. So that's when you kind of have to wonder when this phone call took place. But then at the same time, if he had no clue as to what was going on, wouldn't he be like, are the kids okay? Why are you in jail? Oh my God, I need to get to the kids. And what you'll hear from him also is he saying, I'm going to be the one that comes and saves the day and try to fight for our children. I'm going to get custody of them. I'm going to save the day, which you'll hear as this goes on. And it's just like, dude, your priorities are effed up to the point where it's like definitely a side eye of like, he should have been looked into a lot more than, but then we also look at what they potentially got, which is not a lot of time. So here we go.
Okay.
When we were driven to the jail, the detective was putting us in the car, and Jodi said,
sorry guys, we can't hear what Jodi said. Not allowed. Crazy.
I trust you.
I trust you.
They're going to be in the hospital for 3 days.
Don't tell. Okay. Another word of advice. Don't tell the person who committed this crime where the children are going to be for the next 3 days. Ugh. Gets me so freaking heated. Don't tell the person committing the crime where the people are that she committed the crime for.
Good. It's just not necessary.
But it's not necessary for them to be at the hospital.
Trying to exaggerate this.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
I don't, they didn't show me,
the hero.
so they didn't show me any pictures or anything, but the way they described it, it was very serious.
You have exceeded the allowable time for this call. Goodbye.
Goodbye. I love that. It's one thing that I find really entertaining about this is there's multiple times where, right? Right, Annie? Nope. Jennifer, I don't think he cares either. Girl, looks like you're getting a new bitch. Right, Aaron? But I love that this just cuts him off. You've exceeded your time. Goodbye. Hangs up. Now, obviously, she called back, and you'll also hear her towards the end here say something along the lines of, I can call you back again. So that's the thing, Merp, is I think they both got 1 to however many years per charge, which means that after 4 years, technically, for the 4 charges, they'll be up for parole in just 4 years, and it will be a little bit less than that because they also, I think, got time served. Now, is it guaranteed that they're going to get out in those 4 years? No, I don't think so. I don't know. But there is a potential for that it could potentially be a little less than 4 years if they were to actually only get 1 year per charge with time served. Yet, Annie, yeah. Well, and I think at this point too, they were still trying to figure out who was involved. They could serve up to 15 years. You are correct. But no, they could get as little as 1 year per charge, and then they are up for parole.
And please see the truth. I know it's obscured.
The truth is obscured, you guys. Just let you know.
I'm where I see the facts, I see the truth, and that's what I'm gathering.
You know my heart.
What are they charging you with?
2 charges of second degree for child
So one other thing about this is they originally had 6 counts each. When they both pled guilty, it got brought down to 4 charges each, 2 per child. So, oh yeah, Merp, absolutely. I don't know. Aaron.
Two charges of second-degree child.
I agree, Tony.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. They both pled guilty. If that's the case, does that mean none of the videos were shown? That's true. Yeah. There was no jury. Yeah, there was no jury. They both pled guilty, so they took plea deals. I love those. They're like, here's 2 counts of child A. Okay. If that's how your husband is answering to you doing that to your children, your shared children, I say you just lock him up too at that point. You don't deserve to be a father. At all. Yes, Jennifer. And that was kind of, a lot of people were not only pissed, because I think they would have gotten a lot more time if it would have gone to a jury trial, but also a lot more of information would have come out during discoveries and interviews and testimony and everything like that. Whatever one is that they literally could get out in 4 years. They have to serve the minimum of 4 years, but they do have time served for whatever they've been in there already, the few months. So it's like 3.6 or something. Exactly, K-Braze. Exactly. These 2 people should never have been blessed to be parents, ever. 3, technically, if you want to add Jodi in there. Thanks, Nora's grandma. It's one of those things where they both start the same, so to me, I don't know. Yeah, Kathy, I think that there's different ways, though, where they could potentially have testified not in front of, like, a jury or the court, where they could have done it behind the scenes and just given a sworn testimony, where it wouldn't have to be as bad. I don't know, Jennifer. That's a good question. That is a really good question. Does anyone know? Because technically the kids would still be minors. If she were to get out of jail, could she win custody back? I don't know. That's a good question. I'd really, really hope not. Oh, yeah, Rainbow Mom. I would have flown around there. I wouldn't have even had to stay at a hotel because I know people. I don't believe so. Hi, Butterfly Kisses. I hope you're doing well. Absolutely not. Okay, thank you, Hippie Chick. I don't know. This case has been something that you learn something new every day, and then when you think you know something, you're like, oh shit. I didn't think that could happen. I would have to go through family court, yeah. I know he's been trying to get custody. I still don't think he has custody. Yeah.
That's very serious.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Hippie Chick.
I have. It's interesting. I had the prompting over the last month to read Viktor Frankl. Like, I was reading him, and
this was just before the youngest 10th birthday, I want to say. Like, I want to say maybe the day. It was within days of her being taken into custody that it was the youngest's 10th birthday, I want to say. And she's only a year apart from the second youngest, and then the other 2 are like 2 or 3 years older. Correct, Tony, I agree. This only happened, you guys, this only happened in August of last year. 2023. August of 2023. Yeah, something like that. 10 and 12 are the youngest 2. Yep, I agree, K-Bird.
is like the worst part was not knowing the end. He said he said he had an inmate that's man search for meaning, and he was a prisoner in World War II, and he said the worst part and the greatest bringing of depression was not the lack of food, and it wasn't the weather conditions, it was not knowing how long it would last. So I think I was prepared for this. I do feel strong, I feel calm.
Yes, Annie.
And you know what? Adults have a really hard time understanding that children can be full of evil and what that takes to fight it.
At this point,
you've seen what it takes to fight evil. It's not the person you're fighting, and it can look like something it's not.
So as you guys can see, she's talking to him and she's saying, you know, no, I don't think they're with Sherry anymore. I think she originally had the middle two, but not the younger two. But I think that they're all in protective custody still, if not with other family members. But I don't think Sherry has custody of them anymore. Right, Pepper. But she's literally saying, like, you know what evil looks like. Like, yeah, because he was married to it. What the hell do you think?
And you've been there, you know that. And so I don't know any adults who are going to see the truth.
I think everyone sees the truth but her and Jodi and potentially Kevin. Just throwing that out there.
So I'm calm about this, and I just pray that you'll hang in there.
You have 1 minute remaining for this call.
I think I can call back, but
I think I can go back. Now, if you guys do remember, he does file for divorce. So at some point, he's like, well, shit, I got to get the heck away from her. No matter what I said to her, no matter how I feel, or no matter if I... Oh, yeah, that's right, hippie chick. The 3 girls are together, but the 12-year-old boy is in special foster care because Ruby made the accusation of SA against... Yeah, if you guys remember in one of the first ones, she tried to throw him under the bus saying that he SA'd his siblings, his cousins, people in the neighborhood, was saying all these things. Piece of shit. Not him, her, for bringing that up. It is, Norris Grandma. It's terrible.
Yeah, but just in case, I'm preparing to step up and fight for the children. They've been taken. And there's going to be a hearing in the next couple of days here in Provo.
I'm sorry, I signaled to Joe. Will you say that one more time?
Yes, I'm prepared to step up and fight for the children.
Wow. Should he get a slow clap, you guys? What do you guys think? He's prepared to step up and fight for the children. Right, Pepper? So far they are not, so fingers crossed that it stays that way.
They've been taken into custody. They're in
not our
foster
children.
care, and there's going to be a hearing within the next 2 or 3 days.
What about Abby and Julie?
Them too, all 4 were taken.
Where did they go to get Abby and Julie?
So, you guys like how she doesn't state, oh, did they get them from here? She says, where did they go to get them? Like, she doesn't know, or she's not willing to say, oh, they found them at this place? Because the older 2 were picked up by friends of Jodi's. Not the children's names, no.
I don't know. They while I was with them, they got Abby, and they were looking.
You have exceeded the allowable time for this call. Goodbye.
Goodbye. So, there's another video of Kevin being interviewed, which it kind of shows along the same lines. I think it's quite a long video that I don't necessarily think... Yeah, it's a 45-minute video. But I do have it linked down below, so if that is something you guys are interested in. But I'm pretty sure that audio kind of gives you the entirety of what you needed to know about Kevin Frankie, if I'm being completely honest. Okay, so once again, okay, we're not showing that one. Oh, thank you for being a member for 6 months, Rainbow Mom. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Melanie. This has been a great live. Thank you. We have one last thing that we're going to go over before we end it out, though, and that is the handwritten journal. All right, but this is just an article. So unfortunately, you guys are going to have to listen to me. Yap. And thank you, Rainbow Mom, as well. Yeah, 6 months. I didn't realize my channel's been going for 6 months, so that's great. So let me grab StreamYard and then let me put this up on there so you guys can see. That's awesome. Thank you again. I appreciate that. I don't, that was my thought too, North's grandma. I didn't realize that it had been that long either. But thank you. I appreciate that. All right, let me make sure you guys can see this, and then I will start reading through some of it. So this is once again a trigger warning, you guys. Ruby Frankie kept handwritten timeline journal over months her children were A-worded. Do you, hippie chick? My first content live or my first live? Because for the first few, I was super nervous. Bye, Aaron. Have a good night. Enjoy all your ice creams. Trying, K-Brace. Trying. All right. As part of the evidence released by the Washington County attorney in the Child A case against Ruby Frankie and Jodi Hildebrandt on Friday, is a handwritten account from Ruby of the months of A the children were put through. Oh, and donuts. My bad. The document is 60 pages long and heavily redacted, but it does go through kind of the stuff. It's okay. No, it's Grandma. Thank you for being a member for 2 months. Thank you so much. Yeah, well, also the memberships kind of didn't renew anyone because even people that I know that like had it on auto renew, it didn't renew. So a lot of people it didn't mess up. But oh, thank you, hippie chick. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. On June 30th, 2023, she says that her son who is referred to as R, which is the one that did escape Jodi's house and made it to the neighbors. This is in Ruby's own handwriting, okay, you guys. R refuses to do wall sits. He said he is done. The next day on July 1st, 2023, Ruby says R is to stay outside, sleep outside. Ugh. There we go. 5/21/23. Jodi receives blessing from temple president. Ruby and the kids come down to Jodi's to help spring clean. They're meeting someone on that day. Jodi goes to Salt Lake City to meet with someone else. A lot of these things are cut out. So then it says, the son refuses to do wall sits. There we go once again. He's sleeping outside only to come in to use the bathroom and shower. 7/14/23. E, which is the youngest girl, refuses to work. Screams, has hair shaved off. So when her youngest daughter, who at this time was 9, refused to do the manual labor of someone else's home, she shaved her hair off. Yeah. So, yeah. The next day, the son runs away again around 1:15 a.m. Ruby finds him at 3:14 a.m. So we're seeing that this was not the first time that the son ran away. Also on that day, Jodi, the youngest daughter, and one of the other children drive to Arizona to find property, land. That makes you a little nervous. They were going to find property and land. Was that to move away? What was that about, you know? Keep scrolling through. This is all blacked out. Yeah, exactly, Kathy. Here we go. July 9th, 2023. The son turns 12 tomorrow. I never envisioned him being 12. Still soiling himself. Satanic choices lead one to becoming destitute, I think, is what she's saying. Even in the most affluential homes. What is she even saying? Oh my gosh, July 10th, 2023. It's his birthday, so this is the 12-year-old's birthday. He doesn't even know what month it is. Now, the two young kids, so the two that were found at Jodi's, have been in so much deviant behavior they won't control their bodily functions. They are both, let's say, furious. Their selfish, sinful lifestyle is being intervened upon. I told the son, he imitates a snake. He slithers and sneaks around looking for opportunities. When home is watching, and then he scurries. If he wants to emulate the Savior, he needs to be 100% obedient with exactness, no wavering, no hiding. This is nuts. Says here, he lies. I mean, all the time. He is a compulsive liar. I never would have suspected this. Entire experience is a shock to my system. The son, I never suspected that he had a cold, dead heart. He knows where to look. He has always been able to get what he wants, and now that he can't, he is furious. I told him if he divulges everything, he would automatically begin repenting. This is crazy. Once again, blacked out. So you guys are just seeing, I'm going to kind of read through this because they kind of write it here, so that way I'm not like squinting and trying to find it out. I was going to say, nice teeth. It was mouth implants. Okay. We learned in the document that Ruby's son did run away on July 15th. Ruby says she found him 2 hours after, and that he, his sister, Ruby, and Jodi all drive to Arizona and find property, land. Throughout the document, Ruby talks about both children being possessed. One time, saying her son's behavior is satanic chaos. She goes on to say that both children have deviant behavior and that they are both furious. Their selfish, sinful lifestyle is being intervened upon. Ruby says she told her son that he needs God. I invited him to fast and pray. And he is in and out of possession, is what she's talking. Yeah, she's talking about a child who at the time is 9 and 12. On July 11th, 2023, Ruby starts her entry with Big Day for Evil. Yep. Several times in the document, Ruby describes outings she takes the kids on. In mid-July, she took both children on a 4-hour car ride to Gunlock Lake. Another time, she takes the children to a cemetery to pick up glass and weeks. So those are kind of the main things. Like they said, a majority of it is redacted. So once again, guys, I will throw this out here. If you suspect child A is occurring, report it to state officials. You can submit a tip to the Utah Attorney General's office. There's also the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force by calling 801-281-1211 or emailing utahicac@agutah.gov or contact the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at missingkids.org. So that is everything. And you know what the scary part is that's not even everything that's been put out today. It's nuts to me. Crazy. To me, hippie chick or to Nora's? But thank you, K-Braze. Thank you. Okay. So Shay just sent me that Long Crime Network does have their evidence playlist of the Frankie Hildebrandt case. So you guys would be able to go over to Law and Crime and have everything kind of put out exactly. So, yeah, Melissa, absolutely. And nice to see you. Okay. To me? Well, worse, you can always reach out to me and I can send you over to Nora's group too. Whoever you need to talk to is good. Yes, Pepper. And that was one of the reasons why I had talked about this when this all first happened, because I was not a fan of 8 Passengers. I had seen a handful of her videos. But I, years ago, was a huge fan of her sister Bonnie, of her sister Ellie. And, well, those were pretty much the only 2 that I'd watched. But I was very much aware, not necessarily of 8 Passengers. Like, I knew who Ruby was. I knew who the kids were. I knew a handful of stories, but not to the extent of everything. But I think that's why this is one of those that I've followed so closely, because it was one where I had previously been aware of everything. You know what I mean? Not the A word, but the people involved. It was also one of those things where if you guys haven't checked out the Dad Challenge podcast, Josh over there, he does a really, really, really good job at pointing out child exploitation on YouTube. Family vloggers who are utilizing their children to perform to then make an income for the family, and everything like that. And he does a really good job. Now, he does have his sense of humor is not everyone's cup of tea. I will say that. I think he's hilarious. But, yeah. The Dad Challenge podcast. I believe it's on, if you go to my channel and then go to my recommended channels, I believe he's on there. Or let me see, I can grab it. I love him too. Hang on. I go to one of these videos, leave it out, and then okay. I'll put it here just in case. Un momento. There we go. Should be youtube.com/at the DCP. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to post it in chat for you. Okay. And there's the link for that. But thank you guys so much for spending the night with some of the updates of these cases. We'll go back through. My love and thoughts are with Riley Strain's family. Please keep an eye out in Caleb's case. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I'm getting everyone in my mind. Caleb's case I actually have it right here. Hang on. Brand. Caleb Harris case. Here's that once again. As well as the sketch for the individual who killed Rachel Morin. And then once again, guys, thank you guys for spending time with me tonight. I will keep you guys updated. Don't know when I'll go live next. It's whenever I have enough time with work and everything to be able to get all my information done. We're supposed to have a snowstorm here, so hopefully I'll have time, but thank you. And thank you guys so much. And thank you again to everyone who gifted memberships at the beginning of the live. You guys did not have to do that. Oh, hi, Fly on the Wall News. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you. Yes, got to do all the research. I don't want to ever come on here and not know. Because then what's the point of the channel? You know what I mean? I'm here to try and spread what people need help. So, right, Jennifer? All right, guys, have a great night. If you guys are going to get some bad weather this weekend into next week, please be safe. I will keep you guys updated on all of these cases. And once again, thank you guys. Stay kind and have a great... Oh, yes, James Ray. Thank you, Music City Mom. Thank you. And have a great time. Weekend. Life. Bye, guys.